pure gaping.
It's good.
What do you got for us?
Oh my god.
That's smoked chuck, dirty fries that we do. The smoked pork, dirty fries with a mature cheddar.
Wow.
Barbecue sauce, baldy mayo. That's like just like a hot and spicy vegetarian chip for the vegetarian.
Very
And
nice.
that's our lime and chili barbecue corn. That's the smoked turkey that's just gone on the menu. Then that's our extra meaty ribs, and that's got a slight heat in the hot sauce and the barbecue glaze. And then if you do that, there's really good. Oh,
I've had it already.
stuff here is
there, so it's great. Like, well,
It's not as strong as you'd think with the goose.
No, and then there's a few pickles there, just eat with it as well, and everything like.
Class.
Have you
Thank
seen anything else?
you very much, Connor. Appreciate
Got
it.
some.
It's not too
Thank
bad,
you.
no.
I got some. It's really nice with eggs.
Yeah.
This hot sauce?
Not that particular one. They do like a chili jam. When they were here for the
You don't
chili
need that.
competition, it was so good.
Oh yeah.
It's so nice with eggs.
Imagine I just fucking tipped
If
this.
you drop that,
Just tipped it.
burger, you.
There we
I'm
go.
on a diet, so I'll just have the turkey.
Here we go. I'm on it. I was waiting for that joke.
That turkey looks unreal.
It does look good.
Is that the halloumi?
From far away though.
Do they get the crisscrosses on it by putting it on the barbecue?
Kira, which one's yours here? These chips?
The veggie one.
Just the one on the end.
Towards you.
There's potatoes in it, like.
That will do me. And the corn.
And the corn.
Potatoes are vegetarian.
You're gonna eat all that.
I know, like,
No,
but
that's- I'm
what
just
makes it
having one of
vegetarian? Is it because there's no meat on it?
Yes.
That would be the definition.
Ah, don't be rude. Don't be rude. Don't be so rude.
Has he said something stupid already?
No, I haven't. There's always a reason. There's
Do
always
you
a
want to
reason.
take some stuff before you?
Just use play on. I'll get. Don't worry me.
You gonna nip in?
I'll nip in eventually.
You happy enough nipping in?
I'm guessing we're using these.
Thank you.
Do you have any cutlery of sorts?
Yes, I do. I'm not giving you any.
Oh, thanks, lad.
Thank you.
You can eat with your hands.
This is
Cozy.
yeah. It's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
It's like a wee picnic.
Thanks, pal.
It's like a wee picnic. I'll enter just sit here a wee second.
Yeah,
Can you remember the name of everything there?
Huh?
Can you remember the name of everything there?
No, I haven't a clue what was said there. I was hoping you knew.
Smoked turkey.
Right?
Yeah, this is a
That's
turkey.
all I got.
Point at it. Smoked turkey.
Yeah.
These look like ribs or some sort of ribs.
Extra
Extra
meaty.
meaty.
Not
Extra meaty?
Extra meaty.
Extra meaty.
Extra meaty. Yeah.
And there's some
That
sweet.
was just so that Kira knew it wasn't vegetarian, I think.
I can tell by the
If the
smell.
lime has only touched the meat.
No.
No. What about this one that hasn't touched meat?
Just no. I'll have the corn. Yeah.
No lime.
No.
Right, anyway, we'll start the podcast. Welcome, Kira and Michael.
Woo!
Thanks.
Sorry, Fergal. I interrupt.
You did. Yeah,
Take a wee bit of it there. Go.
The turkey was unreal.
Take a wee and I'll start it.
Right, go ahead.
Anyway, welcome, Kira
Thank you.
and Michael. Ciara McGeown is a creative director, program lead, Imagineer, and focuses on creative arts and well-being, and is known as the creative heartbeat of the jungle and everything else around it.
Interesting.
Michael Holgate turns the wetsuits inside out at Splash Water Park and is well known as the air fry samurai of Mid Ulster, with his quick meals in either his single drawer air fryer and his 700 watt microwave, where the likes of a super or pot noodle wouldn't be off the cards. Welcome to you both.
Thanks.
Welcome to you
What
both.
an intro.
I did well, didn't I?
I'm in a clappy mood today, so I'm just gonna.
I also have a jewel drawer.
I'll have you know.
Have a jewel drawer.
I've been called many's a bad word.
That's my NHS.
I've only figured out how to sink my jewel drawer in there.
I don't know how to do that.
Stop.
I don't know how to do that.
Before you actually go into the whole timing and all, so whenever you turn on your air fryer, well, on mine, bottom right, we sync
We
button.
sync button, yeah.
But then for mine, you have to turn the timer on the first drawer.
Right.
If you do the one on the second, it just cancels the sync.
See,
Yeah.
do you know what I do? Maybe I just, because I didn't read the manual, whenever I turn it on and I like just start it and press, like chicken, both of them are on for about 20 minutes at like 180, and then they just go, and then I'm like, right, and then I click the second drawer and just turn the time down to 1 minute, and then it just like after a minute it turns off.
So you don't know how
You don't know how to work it.
No, I think is that lazy?
Yeah, well, I feel uneducated.
I don't have one. I gave mine.
You have an air fryer?
I gave mine to Jamie. Yeah, I didn't get
You
on
did
with
have
it.
one and gave
I
it
had
away.
it, and then I just didn't get on with it.
It's
It's
so-
well good with vegetables, like it does nice
Traditional.
and
I
everything.
don't know. I just
I'm taking a chip.
no.
Old school.
Yeah, I don't cook. Also, so
You don't?
No, I don't cook. So
Don't cook or
No.
won't cook.
both.
Just don't like cooking?
Can cook?
Can't. No. Can't. Won't.
It's not for
Don't.
everybody.
Yeah.
not for
I'm not
everybody.
into it, so there's no air fryer in our house.
Bro, you'd be the same. You wouldn't do much cooking.
You're a dickhead.
No,
See, we
you're not much of a cook.
We should have done a cook-off for that show.
There's no point. No point.
We should have, because it would have settled everything.
wouldn't
Because
settle it.
you know, the one competition we had, I won.
An online cooking competition. Online.
I still
Sorry,
won.
I'm shouting into the mic. How do you win an online cooking competition?
I don't know. Ask
That's
Joe
exactly
again.
what somebody who's never won an online cooking.
Exactly.
How did the judge taste it?
Look, just talk to Joe.
Through the
I've
camera.
I've none to
Through
do
the
with it.
camera. Right. Okay. Kira, apart from Michael. Oh, Kira, apart from Michael's episodes, popular episodes on this
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the podcast before?
I have.
Any
yeah.
other guests?
Yeah, I love to put on a YouTube in the background, so I would
Yeah.
watch the Dairy Rose.
Oh, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I liked
was
her in
Rosies.
that. I watched The Recent Artist.
Connors.
Connor.
His studio.
How cool.
Wow.
I just wanted to move in.
Wow.
It was so
Same.
lovely.
I've
Really
rethought my
nice.
career as well. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be I can't artist, I can't sing or anything, but I'm just like,
It just looked class.
I can't. I need to do
I
something.
can't artist.
I need to do something where I can just have a studio and
Yeah.
like play the guitar in the mornings and just start something. You
And was it
know,
all glass?
bits and pieces of glass.
Yeah.
like,
One
yeah.
corner full of, it was
It
all
looked
glass. It was
gorgeous.
unreal.
It was beautiful.
The wee stove, that was my favourite bit. The wee
The
pot.
stove in the middle of
pot
the corner,
stove.
and there was parts you guys didn't see, like,
Yeah, it looked
and it was
great.
amazing. Like, it was
I
beautiful.
enjoyed his and the Keith and Alexis. Did they do one?
Oh, Keith and Alex. Yes, they did one a wee while ago.
Yeah.
Re-Mama.
Yeah.
The Re-Mama one.
Yeah.
Been on
Yep.
a couple of
So I've
times,
seen a
hasn't he?
few, and
Keith's
then
been
obviously
on,
Michael.
Keith's been on too many times, I think.
I totally agree. To be honest.
No, I'll have Keith back on
I
soon.
like Keith.
We're actually going on their podcast next week. I forgot about that.
They're bad mouthing.
Love you, Ree. We're on their podcast next week.
Are you still going to read, John?
Aye. I'm enjoying it.
I didn't see you in Dublin at the hyrox.
I was looking after the wee lad. Clina went instead.
Some excuses.
Well, here I've been doing the wee sims and stuff. You haven't got out to any of them.
Me, bad shoulders though.
Amy, you've been doing them.
Yeah.
You enjoying them? Yeah. Why doesn't he? What's his excuse? Something to do with a bad shoulder or something. For fuck's sake, man, you're a rugby player. You've a bad everything. We all are sore.
I went once and the physio shouted at me.
For going?
Keith made a wee boy out of me with a 2.5 kilo weight.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, moving on. Kira, we do a quick fire in the
Okay.
podcast. Nothing too crazy.
Okay.
Might be a wee question there from Michael here and there as well, but
Good.
we'll keep mainly with yourself.
Yeah.
I went to, but
I'm
You guys
gonna,
go ahead.
I'm gonna
eat.
eat.
Fergal,
I'll have a rib.
you get in there, Michael, you can get in too.
I'll get in.
Kira, tea or coffee?
Oh, I'm going to be annoying, aren't I, and not do it quickly.
That's
Coffee.
okay.
Coffee.
That's okay. What sort of coffee do you like?
Oh my god, by the way.
Americano.
Americano.
Yeah, Americano.
Punjana or Tetley for your tea?
Punjana.
Fantastic. Great. We're hoping to get a sponsorship at some stage.
Oh, great.
Probably 2030.
That's okay. Dream big.
Dream big. Potato bread or soda farls?
Soda farls.
Soda farls.
Yeah.
Bacon. That's wrong, by the way. It's potato bread. Bacon or sausage?
What?
I
She's
don't
veggie.
partake.
I
No.
don't. No, I don't.
No.
how does that work? What makes up a so?
Yeah.
Did you used to eat bacon and sausage?
Like when I was a kid, maybe.
How old?
I became vegetarian in the middle of secondary school.
Why?
Do you know what? Actually, I went for soup and a sandwich in the kitchen. Do you remember the kitchen in Macfelt?
Yes.
And I used to get ham and cheese religiously, ham and cheese with vegetable soup. And one day I bit into my ham and cheese sandwich and the ham was pure jelly. And that was me done. Done. Sorry, guys.
Was there a build up before that or something? Like,
No, not really. It was just a texture thing and that turned me. And then I was just...
All meat.
I actually
Yeah.
thought you were going to say you were the girl who found the chicken head in the KFC.
Oh, God, no. Is she real?
I don't know.
Go for any of those vegetarian sausages? Or
Not really. If I'm somewhere and somebody like made them for me, I would eat
You
them.
would eat- aye,
but I
like
wouldn't.
this.
I wouldn't.
Some of them aren't bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't usually choose them.
Get away,
But I
Jim.
wouldn't not eat them either. Like
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. What's the What's the main brand? McCartney.
Linda McCartney.
Linda McCartney
Yeah,
ones.
hers are nice.
Some
Yeah,
are
that's
nice.
nice.
There's like a chili one I quite like.
Yeah.
Moving on, John.
Thank you, Fergal. How do you take your eggs?
Poached.
Post is
Yeah.
you allowed eggs vegetarian? Aye.
I mean, you're allowed whatever you want. But
We're not in Nazi Germany here, John. But
I just choose to eat eggs.
That's vegan though.
Yeah. So
is
I'm-
that vegan?
Sometimes I'm part-time vegan. Depends
see, I'm
on
used
my
to you,
notions.
Fergal.
Why?
I was vegan for about, as I eat a rib, I was vegan for about 9 months.
Why?
10 months. I watched that
What the
that
hell?
documentary. No, it wasn't. It was the cowspiracy one.
Cowspiracy.
And then I was like, oh, this kind of makes sense.
It does though. It does if you watch it.
I don't know. But anyway, I did well and like
Yeah.
lost loads of weight from it.
Aye,
Yeah.
lost a lot of weight.
And
Fair
it
play
was
to you.
good, but it's very hard to.
I was vegan for a while, but it was like it was notional because I was pregnant and cheese and dairy turned me, and I didn't eat meat, so it was like I wasn't really properly vegan, but I just wasn't into dairy at that time.
Just grazing in the field.
Yeah,
I think it's difficult to do it in this country.
Yeah, yeah,
Very difficult.
yeah.
There's not
Well,
much
what country is it not difficult to do
like,
it in?
in a big city where like all
Maybe
the,
Australia. There might be more options.
loads more options when
Yeah.
you go to restaurants and stuff. But if you go to a restaurant here and you're vegan, it's like penny pasta. Not even.
Not
you can't
even.
even have.
No,
What
not.
can you have? Like
You imagine
Maybe a
restaurants
curry.
though
Maybe
hate,
a curry.
they hate seeing vegans
Yeah,
and
yeah.
vegetarians.
Joe
coming
talked
out.
about it.
Yeah.
You gotta admit that, like it's
Yeah.
true. Like they
Yeah.
probably do hate them coming. Like,
Yeah.
but still come to the Lazy Llama, of course. Like
Connor looks after me.
the stuff's obviously gorgeous here. Sofa or couch?
Sofa the whole time. Corner sofa.
So you call it a sofa. Book or audiobook?
Book.
Rather book. Have you any favourites? Favorite books or even genre?
No, I'm like a comfort reader, so I just kind of will like read the same bits of books over and over again. I love like all the Harry Potters and
Yes,
you know
yes,
that
yes,
kind of thing.
yes.
Time of the year for it, doesn't it?
Harry Potter taught me to
Yes.
read. And well,
Really?
I wouldn't say he taught me like
No, Roald Dahl.
real good
Did
language.
you not read
like
Roald Dahl before?
Roald Dahl's good. Yeah, he's good.
Are you not excited
BF
to read those till here?
BFG. I'm looking forward to reading
Yeah,
some stuff to him
that'll
now.
be cool.
Fantastic, Mr. Fox.
Yeah.
Fergal got me me and Clint and Lear obviously a book. You got,
yeah.
got Lear a book. He's like, what the fuck?
I was more excited about the Bodhran though.
Oh, clever.
Boron as well.
got
So
her-
he got Lear. He got Lear a book of Lear. You know the story of the children
Oh,
of
yeah,
Lear,
the
and
Children of
then
Lear's
a
good.
Boron with the symbol
Nice.
of Lear on it as well,
Nice.
like a wee mini Boron.
That's gorgeous.
You're gonna have to wait a few more years until he's actually playing that.
You're gonna Jude can teach.
He just goes up to the windowsill and just rips it down. He doesn't know what it is. Like.
Oh really?
Aw.
Jude can teach him.
Jude, do you play Boron?
You surely yeah.
Fuck's sake.
All the man.
See every episode.
Tell
Jude,
him, man.
we're learning more stuff about Jude.
What do you do if he learns it like a lamb egg? You know?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
Well, there's an interesting story.
We'll be-
there for another
They're
podcast.
made-
We'll be,
They're made
we'll
in
be
the same
changing the
place.
instrument to a triangle. No, I'm joking.
Excuse me.
Cowbell.
Sure, Brian O'Driscoll hit the lamb egg that time. Do you not mind that? He did.
Yeah, but I think he's earned the right.
Oh, he got a wild baller for it.
Did he? Mm-hmm. Who fell out with him?
Probably the kids just. Hot or cold?
Cold probably.
Cold.
Yeah.
You like the rain, the cold weather, the snow?
No, I'd rather be cold. I'd rather be too cold than too hot.
Michael or Jamie?
Come on.
Oh, is that easy? Is that like, come on? That's a
no,
bit
no,
easy.
you know I can't answer that.
No, you can.
Is
No,
that,
I can't.
Is that easy, Ciara? Is
No,
it?
I can't. I can't.
Pretend
James O.
Michael's not here. Pretend Michael's not here.
No.
Jude, we'll
Jimmy's
get a,
not here.
Jude, we'll get a camera after. We'll get a camera after, and she can do that after the
Yeah.
after Michael's gone. Chinese or pizza?
Pizza, I think. Yeah, yeah. I
Which
think.
one do you go to?
Well, I live in Blahy, so there's the Diamond Slice.
Oh,
which is
yeah.
handy to us.
Just
That's
go
good.
for it,
Which
yeah.
is good. I quite like it. Or I do like Pizza Man Mackerel. Is it still a thing?
Yeah.
I like it. It's my fave.
Very
in
good.
That's
Mackerel.
good.
But Diamond Slice is too handy to go past, so I just go there.
Here, there's a new pizza place in Marfelt. Don't know if you have seen it yet.
No.
Pizza Box.
No?
Was that one of the ones?
On
Aye.
Queen Street.
Dormant? Aye.
Decent enough.
Is it?
It's actually decent enough.
You
yeah.
like a good pizza, don't you?
I love pizza.
I'm a pizza monster.
I would never go for a pizza.
Would you not?
It's
Oh,
my
you're missing
first.
out.
It's my first thing to go for.
Same.
But I would
same.
go to Notorious.
Oh, I'll go.
I've never
yeah.
been. I've never been there.
good. It is good.
Yeah,
very good.
I don't think there's many places going to beat Notorious for pizza, to be
Yeah.
honest with you, in Marifelt.
Well,
No
it
matter-
depends what you want in the pizza.
well, we discussed this before. If you're going out for the night and you want a fucking class meal, like you're going to Notorious, but some of those other ones are a wee bit more like, you know, you're sitting in
Dirty.
you're sitting in for the night and you want a wee dirty
Yeah.
one, wee comfort eat, or you have a
Load of
film on or
cheese on
something.
it.
Yeah.
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 Toppings are falling off the
Solo
thing.
used to be
Deadly.
decent, and now I would say pizza boxes take
I would
over
go
that.
for the vegetarian pizza, notoriously.
Oh, you told me that before.
The goose cheese
You
one.
did mention that actually.
Good
You're
gear.
a bit of a Chinese man yourself.
And I don't.
You love the Chinese.
Don't start.
Come here, tell me this. If you could rank them, what would be the best, what would be the worst? In Marifel area.
Oh.
We've done this before already.
Have we?
Yeah. And I told you I actually drive out of Marifel.
Yeah, you go
get a
to.
Chinese.
Is
Where
it
do
the
you
calories?
go? Do
That
you go
one.
Castle Dawson? Oh no, you're mine more. Castle Dawson's nice.
I haven't been yet.
Which one are you
It's
driving away
nice.
from?
It's nice.
Right.
I like Balahi. I think Balahi's Chinese is not bad.
Yeah.
You see, Chinese is
I think
handy.
Castle
Like you're
Dawson
lifting it on the way home or
Is it?
whatever.
Satay
Yeah.
sauce.
You know, I'm in money more anyway.
Very good.
But if I was at in Marifelt, I would still drive to Gallery.
Where? You still go to Calorie?
I would,
I think you're just afraid to slap her about the ones in Marifel.
Well, I can
He's
tell.
done it.
I can tell you that I've slabbered
There was
about every temptation after that.
There was a full
There's
episode
no
on it.
fear.
Best and worst, tell us, sir. No, I'm joking. Huh?
I think Tangs is overrated. Just gonna put it out there.
Whoa.
I think it's overrated.
I don't go to it enough.
They're
to know.
also the first ones that charged me for prawn crackers,
Oh, there was
and that's
that.
where this all started.
Well, you didn't.
This is where we began.
You didn't mention it last
Amy
time.
hangs
like.
her head.
Do you think it's going to happen? Like, is that going to happen in all the Chineses? Is that coming? Is that?
I think it is.
Is that
Yeah,
deflation?
definitely.
Is that
I'm pretty
Brexit?
fresh
Is
baked
that?
from Blythe.
Do you?
I think so. Yeah.
I-
You don't
you know
get a
what?
wee freebie bag anymore.
No.
But it used to be you hit £12 and you get a free.
No,
it
we
wasn't
we were
£12
working out.
for
We thought it should have been
years.
£12. You know, if you were ordering for two, you were getting.
Well,
your-
me and Kleiner were ordering enough that we never had to think about the charge. To be honest,
that
I
was
wonder
the
if I can
extra
remember your
sausage for
order.
the dog. You said.
the extra sausage. we had.
That's right.
Very good.
I wonder if I can remember your order, John.
Go, give it a go. While
Uh,
I tee up this next question.
so it's Singapore.
No.
There's Singapore. There was a gravy chip, wasn't there?
Still there.
Gravy chip.
No, I'm holding it together.
Fried rice.
Yep.
Singapore
Eat into
curry.
Yep.
Clean, I got the prawn toast.
She did. She loved the prawn toast.
The sausage
That's a lot.
for the
Yeah.
dog.
Sausage for the dog. Yep.
What am I missing? Salt and chili chicken.
The chicken eye would be
Is that
around.
it?
You got it. Holy fuck.
Yes.
Will we tell them the story
Well
about
done.
what you were calling the estates in Marfell?
Yeah, God, I had.
You ever heard of the state Cologne in Marfell?
Yeah. Is
Cologne.
there Cologne taxis?
I think there was. There's Cologne taxis. Cologne. So Fergal, for I don't know how long, was answering the phone
Maybe
to
a couple
people.
of weeks.
Well, it was more than a couple of weeks, lad. There was people from Cologne ringing up, asking for stuff or whatever, and he was reading the docket as Killoween.
Killoween.
Is that for Killoween? And they're like, what? Is that for Killoween? What?
Oh, Fergal.
Can you imagine the amount of money you cost that Chinese?
I didn't cost them any
People
money.
hung up and tried somewhere else.
If anything, I'd probably give them more money because they'd ring up again to order something else. I want to see if this man says this again.
Anyway.
That's my wee dyslexic head. Just read it.
Oh, you wee dyslexic head. Here's a good job for you anyway to be doing with dyslexia.
I got it. I got it at the end.
You get
Did
I
you
think
have
you
to do
corrected
numbers? Did
Huh?
everything have a number? Is that
Yeah,
how you
yeah.
wrote the... Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I never got the shorthand. They were trying to teach me the shorthand of whenever. Cause
The
they were-
Chinese symbol?
No, it was
Drawn
like.
wee houses.
He's got wee,
I can't
he's got
remember
wee same
any of it.
hands like a T-Rex.
Declan would know it. You know Declan Leon, he would know it, and it was whenever like it was past 12 o'clock and all the drunkards were coming in. They didn't have time to put it all through the computer. They were just
Cool.
drawing, writing it out and giving you the ticket and everything. But I could never. It was a different.
There is a wee kick off that.
I haven't tasted it yet.
What?
Which
You need to
one?
give it a go.
Ghost pepper.
It's not like. It's quite nice.
The one
and
that I
Jude-
got has pear
Me
in
and,
it. It's
me
really
and
nice.
Jude were talking about that. Like, I wouldn't go out of my way to burn my mouth. Like,
Me neither.
But
I
that's
don't,
not
I
burning,
don't
that's
get.
nice.
No, I just mean in general. Fergal was talking about loving hot ones and
Rachel.
trying all those chilies and all, and just sitting there with the mouth
Yeah,
burnt. It was just like,
agree.
what's the point of it?
That's funny.
It's not funny, lad.
Well, they're 200 million views. but
I
can't
will say
otherwise.
otherwise.
Hey, I don't think it's personal preference, Michael.
Killoween, that'll get an extra.
Killoween. Everybody in
You work away.
Amy's being very polite there.
everybody in Killoween. Amy, come on, grab something. Do grab something. It's gonna get cold.
I'm regretting the massive bowl of pasta I had before I came here.
See that
Let me try some of
see
that.
that there stuff there? That sweet corn.
It's
Unreal.
good. It is
shit.
good.
It's unreal.
Sweet corn's tasty.
Sweet corn could be that fucking good.
It fell out of my mouth there on the camera.
It's just like
A
pork.
bit awkward.
Fish on in there and get it. Do you need to be back cutlery? You've got it.
Get one of them ribs, them's good stuff.
Is the ribs got a bone?
Unbelievable.
Is there bone in them? In all seriousness?
Yeah, there is actually a
No,
bone in
that's
there.
usually what a rub
You
is.
feel weird about that, John?
He hates
What about
it.
sweet corn?
Yeah,
Like,
you were saying that.
it's not a bone, but it's
No,
a vegetarian equivalent.
Try a wee bit of that meat.
That meat there.
Brisket.
Is that what that
We were
is?
white
Yeah.
polite there, weren't we? You know, sitting with
we
food
found
and all
it.
this time, it just got to a
I
certain
know.
stage and like
You just had to jump in.
Yeah.
John wasn't. He was munching the whole way through.
Thank you.
I just bring up topics for Fergal to talk so I could eat.
Yeah, but I'd forgotten what I called that.
Killoween.
Aye, Killoween. I'd forgotten.
I have never forgotten.
that.
Killoween.
Killoween will never forget.
A heartfelt horror movie.
This year in Killoween.
Fright Night 2020.
Yeah.
The Killoween chap.
Make the sign for.
Killoween.
Big thanks to the guys who cooked this.
Yeah, big thanks to
Connor,
which
what a guy.
Connor was it?
That's Connor Mack.
Connor Mack. Thank you very much.
Yes, Connor.
This is really, really tasty. The fact that we basically invited ourselves here, like,
And you're cooking, that's what you said. We're coming. and
I
you're
actually
cooking.
thought you were going to be cooking it. To be honest,
No, I'm never cooking.
Yeah,
I
you
thought
again.
I thought they were going to bring.
Traumatized.
I thought they were going to get the food prepped and you were going to cook it all.
Hey, if that's what you had wanted, you have no idea how many bone-in foods I could find.
You tracking down the goat out there?
I haven't
Anyway.
even tried that sweet corn.
You ever had good
Ciara.
curry? It's lovely.
Indian or chippy?
Oh. Indian.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Indian.
Would you sit in or would you take away?
Take away. There's a nice one in Ballymena.
I was just about to say how dear they are.
Yeah, they are.
Fucking
They are.
dear, like.
Yeah.
But
they all deer?
It
It's
must
It's a
be.
real treat, though.
I don't
They
think
are
I'd
dear.
eat any
Are they
apart from
dear or are
ours.
they worth the deer or what? No. Oh, you think it's worth it?
Yeah.
Naan bread.
Yes, that's it.
Paswari
That's the
Nan.
one.
Oh,
That's the
Paswari
one.
is so
That's
good.
the
Give me a
one.
bucket of it. Your finest Paswari, sir. No, I agree. Oh, very good.
this is great. I just come keep you
Going back
Good lad.
to pizza actually for some reason here. Favorite pizza toppings?
Yeah.
Are you boring or do you
yeah,
go
boring.
wild?
I like sweet corn and tomato with a garlic mayo dip. On a margarita. That's me the whole time.
Sweet corn and a what dip?
Garlic mayo.
No,
No, I mean I'm not against pineapple on pizza, but I wouldn't choose it.
pineapple and pizza.
Yeah, not against.
Do you have it? Would you put it on? Would you like it?
I wouldn't choose it, but I'd eat it.
Yeah, it's
same.
nice. It is nice.
Same.
You
I do like
Would you eat it
pineapple
out
on
of
a
choice? Like
I would put it intentionally on a chicken burger. Like
Yeah, like a
No,
Hawaiian
I-
burger.
yeah.
It's lovely.
no, I don't agree with that. Actually, I forgot about that.
I could get behind that.
Don't agree with that either. I think
It's like
that's
the sweet, salty.
I think that's strange. No. You don't put pineapple in anything.
Like if you're going for a cheese board, that's why you want like
Oh yeah.
you put it in
grapes and
Yeah.
you put it in
the
a
cheese
dessert.
and the crackers and
Yep.
get all that
Or
together.
do you have cranberry on your Christmas dinner?
No,
Ooh.
no.
See,
Cranberry shouldn't be on a
doesn't know
Christmas
what
dinner.
he's missing.
Yeah.
Cranberry shouldn't be on a Christmas dinner. Is there any bones in these? What's these?
No, that's a brisket. No,
Brisket.
No bones.
Stop you laughing,
Boneless.
Killoween.
It's so fun.
boneless brisket.
You're missing out on those ribs.
I'm gonna try one. Relax
You
you.
could maybe cut the meat off with your. It comes
No, I'm gonna. Don't worry.
Did you try
Don't
that
you worry about
sauce,
me.
Johnny?
Let me
Favorite
try that.
cocktail? Do you like the odd wee cocktail here and there?
Wait, what was that that
What
I
are
had
you getting
last
out of?
week? What
Oh,
was
the
that?
awards?
Yeah. A lemon drop was it martini? A lemon
Oh,
drop. Oh, it was
yeah.
Lemon
really
drop's
nice.
lovely, aye.
It was really nice.
I always forget about that cocktail.
Yeah,
It's a good
and
one.
it's not always on.
It's not always, no.
So yeah, it was lovely.
Where were the awards at?
The
In
Royal.
Kirkstown, yeah. in the Royal.
Talk to us. What was the awards? It was Mid Ulster Business Excellence Awards.
Go on then, Michael.
Yep.
Talk to us.
Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yep.
Tell us a wee bit about that, Michael.
It's just for being excellent in Mid Ulster, and you get awards.
In terms of what a category would you have been in as a business?
Oh, tourism was.
See, that's more
was,
what I was looking to know.
was our category. Yeah,
Very good.
yeah, it was.
Many of you went down.
10 of us, wasn't there?
8 or 10 was there?
No, there was 10 at a table. It was a great night, actually. It was really well organised.
It was really
and
fun.
Food was very good as well.
It was
yeah.
delicious.
Very good.
What did you have? Was it a Sunday dinner or something?
Yeah, so we had the Protestant equivalent of the soup starter, which is melon.
Which was good.
Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah,
was
I
great.
discovered this as well.
It was great.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I wasn't aware of this at all.
What was it? Just a melon?
Is that
No,
because
it's
it was
like
because it was at the Royal?
I would assume so.
Raspberry
That's
Kool-Aid
interesting.
Right?
and wee balls of red melon.
Right?
And was there like some
There's like a strawberry
blackberries
saucy
maybe?
thing over it.
That was a raspberry Kool-Aid.
Raspberry
That sounds like a
Kool-Aid,
dessert.
It does.
It was really nice. But it was
Or a
also,
Catholic-
it
or
was
a Protestant
also,
starter
it was also really warm, so it was nice.
It was served warm.
No, the room was roasting.
Oh,
so
right.
like a soup would have not been the one. 'cause
That's
it was-
actually really interesting.
Sounds
We
deadly.
should do a food roundup with that. I'll do that for again.
But the veggie option
well,
was the
I
pasta, and
wasn't
it was
aware
good.
of it until
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, a few people around the table pointed it out. You know,
I didn't know that. Are you
Was
sure
there a
it's thing?
choice? Was there a choice? Did it say Protestant or Catholic? Starter?
no, you got what you were given. You're in the Royal.
Well, it was very nice.
It was very good.
It
yeah,
was very nice.
very good. And then you get your sort of Sunday carvery type style.
Deadly.
Yeah.
What was your pasta?
Mine, it was like broccoli, cauliflower, but creamy, and it had like a
Yeah.
breadcrumby top on it. It was lovely.
Pasta bake.
It was really nice.
Oh.
Really, really nice.
Did you just go there for the win?
We did.
Were you there for the jugular?
Oh, we weren't there to take part, like.
We hear when you book a table of 10, you're there to win.
That's it.
We did. You see, it was the Jungle and Splash were both in the same award. You know.
Oh, so
Who
you were
won?
up against each other?
Yeah,
won?
yeah.
You know, you got bragging rights.
I mean,
now.
no, look, it was nice to be there as part of the team, and everybody
Jungle.
works really
That's
hard.
right,
It's
Michael.
Splash
Per jungle looking their win this week.
I
We
would
were
say
just
they were a
happy
tight
for
second.
Michael.
I think what it all came down to is that the table was booked under Splash rather than booked under the Jungle. If it had been booked under the Jungle, we would have
The
got nothing.
jungle would have won.
Yeah,
Very
definitely.
good. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Massive congrats. Kira, we play this game, and it's called Mega Menu.
Yes.
And what it is a starter, a main, and a dessert from around the area.
Yeah.
Where are you from yourself, area-wise?
Desmartin.
Desmartin.
Yeah.
It can be Desmartin, Mid-Ulster, and if you want to, we can go further afield, Northern Ireland. But it's around your area if you want to.
Yeah.
And starter is any of your eateries that you want. You can pick a starter with a bit of a sauce or from anywhere else.
Yeah.
Same as the main, you can go for a main in one restaurant. You get the side from somewhere else. You
Yeah.
get the sauce from a chippy. Same with the dessert as well. You can get fudge cake from here. You can get ice cream from down the road, and you get a sauce from somewhere else.
Okay.
So that's what it is. It's a mega menu, and it's your ideal meal
Yeah.
that you're going to eat.
John, is this our first vegetarian version of this?
I think it is.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
very
This
interesting.
will be good.
Oh,
This will be
I
good.
don't know if it will be or not.
We'll
Don't
tag,
get
no,
too
we'll tag,
excited.
we'll tag all the veggies out there.
Don't get too
How
excited.
does it feel to be the last vegetarian on this podcast?
First and the last.
All our subscribers just gone.
Yeah, sorry guys.
But anyway, if you want to start us off, Kira, with a starter.
Is it really boring to just say like a good vegetable soup?
Yeah,
Where from?
Maybe the taphouse. I don't mind it.
Is it good? Yeah.
So
because
is
it's
it-
so handy to us as well.
is
So
it a-
it's nice
is it a-
for a wee.
Is it a creamy one? Creamy one?
And it actually depends. You know, sometimes it's broth, sometimes it's creamy. But yeah,
Sometimes you like the wee chunks in them too.
Sorry to interrupt. Just can I give you his real names because you're fucking sawing like this and it's like in the microphones. All I hear in the mics is
Sorry.
There's some good names for you.
Sorry, Jude.
Sorry, Jude.
I was actually just thinking that too.
Sorry,
Right.
Jude.
I'd love a decent knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I go a vegetable soup.
Vegetable soup from the
then-
tap house.
Yeah. Then for main course, I would go to District 45 for the Moroccan tagine,
Oh.
which is very nice.
What's a tagine?
So it's like
Glad you asked that.
Nelson, what's a tagine with you?
it's like a bowl, but it's got like a pointy hat on it, and the food goes in it and like kind of steams. It's lovely.
But what's
Inside it's like couscous and veg and
Oh.
spices and yumminess.
what is it like? Is it Indians inspired or what?
No, it's Moroccan.
Oh, Moroccan side.
Yeah.
Does sound good.
Yeah,
Very
really,
nice.
really nice. Yeah, that.
And is there a side with that or anything?
I'm not like you know, if people are like, oh, I'm a main course and a dessert person. I would
Yeah.
be like a starter and dessert person. I could skip the main.
Really?
I like that actually.
Do you know?
That's a good idea.
So no sides.
Straight to the good stuff.
Yeah, and then for dessert, I love like a jam and coconut sponge. I'm not fussy from where.
Old school.
Yeah, it's
Old
so
school.
nice. Yeah.
Old school, primary school.
Yeah, but I'm not fussy. Done right.
Hard to
Do,
beat.
do you know Rosie's? She used to have a bakery in
Roses.
Cookstown.
Yes.
Yeah, but she's recently moved back to Draperstown, and she does like an honesty bakery where you can like there's a money box and you can just like drive past and put your money in.
Steal stuff really cheap.
And she does like an old school cake, like a school cake with like icing and sprinkles on it. So I'd maybe go that for the dessert.
Where's it? That's in Draperstown.
Yeah,
you
she's
say?
Draperstown, like way up the mountain.
We need to tag that. That sounds class.
Yeah, no, do.
Is that going to like charity or something?
No, it's just the
No,
way.
I think it's
the
just
same
going
way
to Rosie's.
Farms do it too, where they like have.
It's just
eggs and
left there.
It's
Yeah,
just
so
left
she-
there, and then
That's what the honesty means. Yes. Okay.
She bakes it and then she puts her menu up on like a Thursday night on Instagram.
Yes.
And then on a Saturday morning and a Sunday morning she just stocks this like little shed by her house and you just swing by and get
That's
your
lethal.
cookies. It's
That's
so
lethal.
good. Because she used to have a bakery in Cookstown. During COVID, there was nowhere else to go other than go and eat those cookies, and I just got addicted. Like, really, really addicted.
I love a good cookie. It's hard to beat.
Yeah, so that's what I probably do for dessert.
I remember actually going to her wee spot in Cookstown.
Hi.
It was class. It was lined up round the fucking corner. Like
People used to queue for ages.
you used to come from far and wide.
Yeah.
Just to be the.
Well, that was a big trip out, wasn't it, during COVID
Really,
times?
really enjoyed it. Yeah.
What's that place opened up in Marfelt there?
Flanabakes?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
It's moved into
he's good
LMD.
too.
Is
Yeah.
it queued up now, isn't it?
I don't know. Probably. It usually is. It usually is. It's usually very, very busy.
I did get
Where's
lemon
LMD
meringue out
gone
of
to?
his shop before.
Yeah,
LMD's,
It
I
was
think,
really
just like
good.
packed up and just been like, fuck this, not worth my time here. I'm making plenty of money in my other shop,
Who's this, sorry?
online and all that stuff. LMD.
Doesn't need our Marfelt
No,
anymore.
I don't think it made sense. I don't think it was one of them things where she didn't need Marfelt. I just
Remember
think.
your roots.
Aye, she's from Portland, so she went back to Portland. So I don't think it made sense anymore. But
She does a lot of her stuff online, does she not?
yeah. Good luck to Flanabakes as well.
Yeah.
Opened up in Marfelt.
Yeah.
Could be spot. We used to chat about it all the time. It's right beside the Flax, and you used to go
right.
in and there'd be nothing left every time. Very, very quick.
Imagine they never actually had a bakery. It's just an empty building and it's all sold out.
All the time.
And I was the only fool that
Yeah,
just
you were
walked
the
in. and
only
was
agent. Now they've got a massive shop full of cakes all the time and everybody's
Some
raving
marketing.
for it.
Some marketing
Yeah,
there.
they played the long game.
For 2 years.
Yeah.
Not one bit of flour used. Very good. I think there's a wee bone I touched there.
Oh no!
Something a bit squidgy going on.
Oh no! That might turn you for the rest of your life.
Hey, would you ever become vegetarian?
Nah,
Like
fuck
Jake?
that, no. Definitely not. Definitely not.
We're not even
No
going to
bones and
discuss
lettuce,
it.
like.
No, well, like I always explain, like I don't like anything that looks like an animal. But how is this?
I
don't
get
know.
that. I really get that.
It's
Like
not
a
even
wing.
about an ethical thing. It's just like
The look of it.
I'd rather just eat this and just get on my life and not think and not think about this like chicken's wings here.
You have to think about it.
Why?
Because you're killing it.
I agree.
Are you like honouring it?
Yeah.
I don't see it. I don't see it as honour. These
Who's really
these wee
passionate about
chickens,
that?
like nah.
You know.
I just mean in general.
eat them.
I'm just using them as an example. I don't see it as a thing that they honour. I just think, look, get it into you and head on and see what else you're at. Like I'm not sitting there thinking about the fucking cow. Like I'm not. Here, it's good I have a round coming up here and you're going to love. Like so,
I gotta.
it's coming soon.
Gotta continue that
When you
argument.
say it looks like you mean you don't like if you were eating octopus and you'd argue an octopus doesn't look like an animal.
If that octopus came out and didn't look like an octopus, I'd be happy.
Aye, so it's not that it looks like an animal, it looks like the animal it came from.
What if you made an octopus
Yes.
look like a chicken?
Oh my god.
Would that be okay?
It came out like turkey dinosaurs.
Aye, would you eat octopus dinosaurs?
Aye.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
But dinosaurs aren't real.
Michael.
Would you eat a dinosaur if it was real?
The point is,
Bone in.
if it still looks like it's a part of the animal, I'm not fussed on it.
Does
Oh,
lamb?
look, I'm sitting eating a rib here. Look,
No.
You're fairly
no.
clean it
I'm
anyway.
eating away at it here,
Good man.
but I wouldn't go out of my way to order ribs. But I'll eat it. It's very tasty.
Would you eat lamb?
Wouldn't be fussed on lamb, hey, just because.
Flavour?
No,
They're so tiny. And
the lamb didn't really get to the sheep stage. I'd rather they just let it finish off the life cycle of its,
Like a lamb is actually
of its life.
quite big, like, it's not like
They're ugly by the time they're done.
Oh, so is that like eating a toddler?
oh my god.
A teenager.
Teenager. I'm talking about a sheep toddler. You know, a lamb is. It's got to the stage of lamb. It's not getting any further. I don't know why you're looking at me like that for.
What's the other? It's mutton, isn't it? That's
sheep.
sheep.
And how old's that?
Pretty old.
Great granda.
How old's the mutton?
Probably 2-3 years.
Really?
I think the younger the animal, you shouldn't be eating it, like, for sure. That's my thought.
You've obviously
Closeted
never had
bitch,
suckling.
yeah.
I know he is, isn't he?
He said when he's eating chicken.
I'm sitting cutting the corn in the cob here, for fuck's sake.
Why are you cutting the corn as well?
I'm trying to get the corn off it.
He doesn't want to touch the
The corn bone.
Oh my god. This is brilliant.
I couldn't get into my gob earlier.
I'm enjoying myself.
I'm enjoying myself too. Ciara, on to 3 people at your dinner table.
Oh.
So this is 3 people for whatever reason. You have your final dinner table, and you have 3 people to invite from the past, the present, and they're people you want to sit down and have a conversation with a bit of dinner. Who would you pick to be at your table that evening?
Well, I never met my granda.
Oh.
So
lovely, honestly.
yeah, I think I picked my granda. Get this, my granda and my husband. No, so granda died the day my husband was born.
Oh, one in, one out sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's
So
interesting.
I would love to have a wee chat with him about that. To be like, did you have a wee hand in that? So I think that would be good. And then you see, if I had to chat to them, I would have said Dermot Kennedy. But if it was just like he could come and play music at my dinner
You would want
table,
to talk to him.
I don't know that he'd be that much crack. Do you know what I mean? Like,
You're kind of just using them.
no, like
I didn't say who's playing in the corner, like who's doing the acoustic in the corner.
But if that's not an option, I would give him a chair. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to have them there.
Yeah, just to have him there.
I'd laugh if you met him up the street and he's like,
Hiya.
that's a bitch that said I was
No, I don't actually think he'd be boring. I just don't know how he'd get on with the rest of the table.
I think was Dermot Kennedy on Theo Vaughan, wasn't it?
Yes, and it was good.
Was it good?
Yeah, I watched it.
I haven't watched
Yeah,
it.
he was good. He was good.
Poor Dermot. Sorry, Dermot. Dermot actually does listen.
No,
Sorry, Dermot.
He's like the Isle of Man at the minute, isn't
He's in the Isle of Man. He's our one
I
listener in the Isle
actually
of Man.
love Dermot Kennedy, guys. I think he's great.
But he's boring, but that's okay.
I don't think
It's
he's
okay.
boring.
It's
I
okay.
just,
You're
I
gonna have-
think he'd feel awkward.
He's gonna be at your
he
dinner
doesn't know
table.
me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
At
sure.
your dinner table with a guitar handcuffed to his hands. He's not allowed to eat.
Yes, he
has
just
to
has to
play
sing.
at your dinner table.
Jesus, it's crazy what you can get away with whenever you're talented, isn't it? You can be boring as fuck. You can play
Yeah.
guitar.
I don't think he's boring. Dermot, you're not boring.
He doesn't really listen. It's okay.
Maybe Freud.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, maybe Freud.
It's an interesting one.
Hence why Dermot Freud. Not sure what the crack could be there. So, or
You're right. You're right. Dermot is born.
And then the other one is also very random. But when I was studying, I studied this theatre practitioner called Anton Artaud, and what he devised was a whole movement called the theatre of cruelty. And as I have now landed in this Fright Night role, I think he would be a good one to talk to, because the whole
Bit of
ethos of
research.
what he did was about like being really cruel to the audience, like making them
Uncomfortable.
really like be sick or have to leave the theatre or like
That's
just
interesting.
really messing with them. So yeah, probably not that
I
fun.
don't think Dermot's the boring one out here. I think Dermot's going to stutter just in this.
Maybe I'm the most boring one at
Man,
my
there,
party.
you brought a guy who's going to ruin everyone's dinner every
So
fucking evening.
me, Arto, Freud, and Granda. You can't come. You can't come to my party.
I don't know who.
What sort of plays did he do, or what sort of work did he do?
Just like they weren't, you wouldn't really call them plays. It was more like an experience where
Art
he would have,
pieces.
like a performance art piece. That on like none of them that I would get into when you're eating, like really disgusting, like quite physical, like almost hint, like kind of maybe abusive, but not really. Like I'm not explaining it very well.
But probably abusive, a wee bit abusive.
Yeah, but just like making people feel really uncomfortable,
Yeah.
which obviously now, given where I'm at, that would be useful to tap into.
This podcast, or
Yeah, well, you know.
I think that's what we're doing.
Do you know who I'd like now that they're dead? Sin to say it.
Jesus.
But he would have been there or thereabouts. Sean Locke.
Oh, the comedian.
Aye.
Someone mentioned him in one of the other episodes. He'd be a good. He would be good at the dinner
You
table.
bring him back.
Someone mentioned Sean Locke for sure. Yep.
I don't know who that is.
He's a comedian. He's a good comedian.
Maybe it was.
Okay, so this next game, probably we all finished our food, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm being polite and not eating.
So am I.
Before,
I would
Cuts.
care.
so this one's called Heads Up. Oh, sorry, it's called Heads Up. It's dinner time. This round is picking the right animal from the region that this region enjoys cooking.
Great.
Sometimes with the head and all.
Good, John.
So that's basically the
Did you do your research before you did this podcast? Or?
yeah.
When did you discover
He knows
Kira
I
was a
don't like eating
vegetarian?
things in the face.
I was here on Saturday and I literally heard it in the corner of my eye, or was listening that she was vegetarian. I was like,
I said
There's a
to
topic
John,
for the podcast.
I don't like eating it. I don't like eating anything with a face. So
Aye.
now he's created a whole
oh,
game.
aye. She said that the other day, and I was like,
Okay.
okay. So, which of the following is a delicacy in Peru?
Oh,
Guinea pig or flamingo?
I know this.
guinea pig.
Correct.
Oh,
Correct.
very guinea
Roast
I know.
roast
They're so
guinea
There's
pig.
not much meat in that, is there?
Roast guinea
Not if
pig.
You can eat about 30 of them.
So this is guinea pig served whole, including the head, is a cultural delicacy in Peru. Which of the following is a delicacy in the Middle East? Hyena or goat?
goat.
Correct. It's either lamb or goat dish. It's called cash, a soup made from the sheep or the sheep or the goat's head and hooves.
Yes.
Considered a delicacy, often eaten in the winter. It's maybe something that Lazy Llama could bring in.
I would
Am I
pay
taco?
so much money
No.
to see you eating guinea pig and goat head.
Goat's lovely. Goat curry's really good.
Very good, yeah.
Very nice.
That's
Big fan of a bit of goat.
Sounds really bad. Which of the following is a delicacy in Italy? Wolf or pig?
I'm gonna say pig.
Yeah, it would have to be.
Suckling pig, is it?
Yep, it is pig. It is. I knew it was pig, but I wasn't sure. I didn't know what it was called.
Right.
So it was pig head bruschetta.
Oh,
So yeah, so it's a stuffed and rolled pig's head, roasted for rich flavour and a dramatic serving style. There you go.
no, Michael, no.
Here we go.
No,
Which
no.
of the following is a delicacy in Mexico? Prairie dog or cow?
Cow.
Correct.
Hey.
You're going well.
So
Stop it, Mike. You've jinxed me now.
their delicacy here, and this is to do with their head again, is cabiza tacos, slow cooked beef
do love a
head,
taco.
often including cheek, tongue, and other parts served in tacos. Sounds like one of you. That sounds like a bit of you there,
Absolutely grim.
Fergal, yourself.
Sounds lovely.
Hey, if you were in Mexico, Ciara, I don't think you would be a vegetarian, to be honest.
Is that beef tongue, did you say
Definitely
there?
would be.
That was cheek, tongue, and other parts. It said other parts there, so I'm not really sure what it
I've
is.
cooked tongue before, cow tongue.
You could just finish that whole one. Huh?
I always thought that was really
People would think you're
weird.
doing a favour.
Cow tongue.
not bad.
How do you cook a cow tongue?
Is it not very tough?
Yeah, we
We
have to
had
cook
it.
it low and slow.
We had it in Bulgaria, do you remember? Rotten. Came out just
Like a tongue?
I mean,
You slice it
literally-
up, it's not too... it doesn't
I know,
really-
sliced it up.
Does it look like a tuna steak when it's
No.
sliced up?
Yeah, so
It looks like a massive
Very-
big fucking tongue,
Yeah.
but it's grey.
How
and a
can
little
you
bit hairy.
slabber about me about
Michael, that's horrible.
about fucking chicken wings and bones and stuff, and you're eating a cow tongue?
You
Like,
should be willing to eat every bit of a fucking animal.
I agree.
Like, kill it.
wipe its ass and fucking give it a wash.
Give it a reach.
Fuck's sake! Hey, that's nuts. Like eating a cow tongue, and you enjoyed yours.
Yeah.
And how?
I cooked it really well.
Well, you cooked it yourself? Mm-hmm. I think I would have liked to cook it myself. I did not enjoy. I guess
You would have liked to.
Did you spice it?
This
How-
was
how'd you
in
sp-
Pomparovo, like, and
How'd you spice it?
There was
No.
one. I didn't put much spice. It was boiled. You boil it and then you roasted it, I think.
Boiled tongue.
But like you get it as a tongue like it looks
It's fucking nuts.
exactly like a big.
And is it very long?
Yeah,
It's a big boy.
big.
Is that like when you see the cow, just the cow?
Have you ever?
It's big
have you
long
ever?
fucking thing.
Has a cow ever licked you?
Big.
Has a cow ever licked you? No, I've never
No,
got licked.
it's cow like you.
My dad did.
Really?
Oh, my dad guys like.
Did you let it?
I know, but do you guys lick?
Hey, but like,
Oh, and
they're-
you eat them?
I haven't pet. I could say I have not petted a cow before.
you've never.
Haven't let it, man.
Haven't petted a cow. I haven't let it lick me either. Don't know what that's
It can
about.
be lovable.
You just
You
lick it and
farm-
you
you
cut-
farm
cut
boys
out
at your
their tongue
cows?
and Cook it. Like, horrendous.
Well, I didn't cut it out.
Was that your first kiss?
That's how I learned.
This is TV and film now, Ciara.
Is that the end of that?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought that was alright.
Well done.
You did. No, some of them were mental though. To be fair, hyena, wolf, prairie dog.
Still got them all right, John.
No, you did.
It's actually probably a bit more mental that cows a delicacy somewhere.
I know.
We don't.
That's
know
why
everything.
I was trying to throw you off with the strange stuff, like prairie dog and wolf.
You see right through your bullshit.
Seen through it. Seen through it. TV and film. TV shows or film?
Probably a series. I like TV shows.
Are you watching anything good at
That's
the
the
minute?
whole. That's the whole
Not
round.
really. I feel like I've completed
It's a film
most of the
round,
good
so-
stuff now.
What's your favorite TV or series?
I like politically, like House of Cards.
Oh,
House of Cards.
I need to watch that.
Scandal.
Did you watch Designated Survivor?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a good show too.
24 is
24 was
like
good,
one
yeah.
of my faves
Bombs
as
going
well.
off, yep.
Yeah. I like the premise of it too. So yeah,
Very
I
good.
like a good box set.
Were you watching the US presidential debates?
No,
Didn't
because
get into
that's
it?
too scary. Yeah,
Real life?
that was too scary.
Real life?
Yeah, no,
I was absolutely glued to it for about 2 years.
no.
You love it.
I
No.
loved it. Favorite film genre?
I like a thriller, but not too scary. You know, one that's more maybe a thriller is not the right word
Like a-
actually.
like a
Like a
puzzle?
story.
Like a puzzle-y
yeah,
story?
like something you can like solve, but not
Yeah.
super scary.
Here, TV show. Have you seen Only Murders in the Building?
No, but it's been recommended to me.
Absolutely
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
You would
That's maybe my
absolutely
next
love
one.
that
And what's
show.
it on?
TV.
Disney, I think.
Ah, okay.
Don't be rude, Michael.
Yes, Michael.
Don't be rude.
Thank you, John.
It's a TV.
Thank you, John.
Disney, I think.
Excuse me.
I think it's on Disney.
Cool.
it called?
Good. That's-
Only Murders in the Building.
yeah.
And it's Steve Martin Short, and Selena
Oh, yeah.
Gomez.
I've seen the
And they started a murder podcast.
Yeah.
And it's very good. Favorite Disney film?
Rapunzel. No, it's called Tangled.
Tangled.
Yeah, yeah.
It is class,
Yeah.
to be fair.
Very good.
I do like it.
I think it's a throw up between that and Moana for me.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
good too.
Nostalgia wise, Hercules was.
Or Aladdin. I liked Aladdin.
Aladdin was alright.
No, I
Aladdin
liked
was
it back in the day.
It was alright.
William's killing it.
Comedy or romance?
Romance. Yeah, I think.
Thriller or horror?
Thriller.
Sci-fi or mystery?
Mystery.
Favorite musical?
Matilda, I think.
That new one. Was it good, aye?
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Did you watch the movie? What did you think of the
Yeah,
the new
loved
movie?
it.
Was it good?
Yes, I
There's
named
a
my
new
daughter
Matilda.
after it.
You must have read it.
Yeah, I did.
You read it as well. The Road Doll.
I'm more of a Wicked guy myself.
Oh, also great.
Greatest Showman.
Yeah, also
Oh,
great.
brilliant.
Also
Love
great.
it.
Les
He
Mis.
loves it.
Also great.
Les Mis is probably
Yeah.
my
No, I
Yeah.
lost interest. They don't speak in that at all.
In Les
do they? They
Mis?
sing
Les Mis,
the
of
There's a
whole-
course
lot
they
of
sing.
singing.
They sing and
they
they
sing the
talk.
whole movie.
There's dialogue as well.
Very
Is there?
little. Very,
I
very little.
lost
Very
Yeah, you
little.
seen Les
interest
Mis?
before that bit.
Oh no, but
I got
it's
about 8
good.
minutes
No,
in.
it
Come
is
watch Les
good.
Mis.
Look down and you're right.
What's Les Mis?
I'm
It's-
a celeb son, right? Wrap her up. Hey, thanks for coming, Jess.
I'm a fucking celeb.
John, do you
Brain
remember?
rot.
Do you remember one of our
I actually
Christmas
don't mind
dues?
it.
You started
Well,
singing that in the middle of Belfast.
I love it.
Les Mis? Yeah,
sure
it's
it'll be good.
some
It
shit.
is very
Yeah,
good, yeah.
Do you want to give us a wee rendition now?
No, I'm alright.
Fair enough.
How do you spell cologne?
Fuck you.
Oh no, don't.
Spell
We'll do it for
cologne.
the Christmas episode.
I did now.
Spell cologne.
Research.
I need a story.
Oh, for our Christmas episode, I'm going to do a spelling quiz for you.
Me and Jude.
Yeah, 2 weeks later.
No. Well, actually, yes. We're planning an episode where it's just us three for Christmas and just nobody else.
Just getting full.
Just getting
Just
absolutely
getting-
I think that would be lovely.
I don't know if we're going to release it.
We're actually talking about doing it live.
Live stream it.
Live stream it.
That would be great. great.
Yeah, that sounds
Me and Carol come and do the audio and stuff like that there. For us.
Yeah, that-
give Jude
we could do
Drinking
that.
shots in the background.
We
Jude
could
a
do
night
that.
off.
Yeah, we can manage that.
Why have you never invited Jude on? Oh, because then who would do that?
I'd love Jude as a guest. Every episode I'm finding more about him. What was the thing we learned today there?
I can't mind him.
Plays the
Yeah,
boron.
boron.
Plays a boron. Plays a boron.
Talented man.
Yeah.
And then there was the bees. That story about your mum with the bees.
bees.
Fuck, that was
That's
a
a
crack.
great story.
That's a
Jerk
clinker
feed
story.
I'll never be on the podcast. That's jerk feed you, lad. Keep on.
Keep you right. Tease you.
Remember to tell that story properly on the
Aye,
first one
aye.
because it is.
I'll make a note of that there. There's a great story about his mum and a car full of bees. It's fucking class.
That's not an exaggeration.
No,
either.
that's
happened.
not an exaggeration.
happened.
That's what happened. But we'll keep the listeners waiting for that one. Fuck, it was deadly. We're about to move on to the origin story actually, but I thought we'd maybe just take a wee break and we can clear the table and just tidy up a wee bit, and then we'll move on to your origin story, Ciara.
Oh, that's exciting.
Move on to other wee bits and pieces as well. We'll take a wee break.
Would you hunt, John?
I don't know. Is that on, Jude?
See, go fishing's the easy one, but
Do
you
you know
don't like fish.
Have you fished?
the story of my fish? No. So I was out fishing at Craigmore Fishery. This was maybe probably about 10 years ago now, or more, and it was fly fishing, and it was out on a wee boat in the middle of this kind of like body of water at the fishery, and it was out with my friends. I was out with my friend's dad. And this is like 3 or 4 hours into it, and I hadn't caught a thing. And everybody else was, just fucking swinging the rod around the corners and all. And we were out in the boat, and he was flying away, and we were going back to the shore, and this was basically him saying, right, let's go home sort of thing. It was just me and him on the boat, and the boat was going back to the wee sort of dock, and I had the net. I was ready, if he was catching something, he was gonna throw it in the net or whatever, and I had to kill it, whatever it was. So I looked down at the water, and I seen this fish just swimming past. I just stuck the net. Fish just went straight into the net, and I just went and got there, and he was just like, oh, holy shit. And he still talks about it, like he goes, whatever happened to that wee lad at that time that caught that fish with that net? So I've actually never caught a fish that way before. I've just caught it with a net. So
Have you? Was it a catch release sort of place?
catch
He
release.
still has it.
No, he killed it. He killed it.
Did he?
He fucking bashed his brain and just
Poor wee fish.
banged it. I know. That's what I was thinking. That's when I started thinking.
I thought you were going to say there was no bait on your. Was that you? Did one of you?
Definitely no bait.
Somebody was fishing and didn't put bait on their fishing.
No, it wasn't me. There was definitely no bait on it.
No,
It
must
was
have been someone else.
just a net.
Must have been someone
Just a
else.
big net.
You don't eat fish, do you?
I don't mind fish. Don't mind it. Last time we were at the Dolphin, we ate fish.
That's
It was
right,
quite
yeah,
nice.
you liked
So,
it.
as Joe says, it depends on the way you eat it, or the way you cook it, and the way you eat it.
Preferably in your mouth.
In your mouth. In and around my mouth. Anyway, we're back on the podcast. I might cut that fish story, I don't know. Ciara, we're back
Yeah.
with your sidekick Michael here also. Ciara,
Yeah.
we do an origin story, and with this we do a first memory. So this is maybe just a distant memory, maybe a childhood memory. What would be your first memory?
I think my earliest memory is having like toys behind the sofa and like crawling in and out to them, but like it's really fragmented. We lived near my granny and granda at the time, so I think like crawling out of there and popping up and looking out the window.
Jeez, that's young.
Yeah, so I couldn't have been any more than 4.
Aye.
So
Yeah.
It was earlier than mine. I was at Craigmore Fishery and looking at wee man on a boat. He just had a net. I was watching boys fishing all day. This man just came along with a net. Scooped it.
You'll never forget him.
I was with 6 or 7, I think, at that stage.
You were hardly the boy I seen from across the water.
No, it wasn't someone else. Someone else.
Anyway, Ciara, what area are you from?
Desert Martin.
You are Desert Martin area. Is that where you are currently?
No, I live in Blahy at the
You're in
minute.
Blahy at the moment.
Yeah.
What takes you there?
I lived in Belfast for years, and just before COVID, I was commuting the opposite direction to everybody else. So most of my work was up here, and I was living in Belfast. And
What's the point?
there was no point. There was no point. So
Was the husband working there? Or
my
was-
husband's from Crumlin.
Oh, right, okay.
Not really. And then a wee development come up called Poets Walk, and I was like, oh, that sounds cute. We'll have a wee look in there. And
That's why you bought
now here we are.
Didn't even look at the house. Sounds
Yeah,
cute.
So yeah, we just kind of landed there.
Very good. Siblings? Do you have any siblings?
No
siblings.
only
child. Primary school.
I started off. So we lived in Desmond Martin until I was about 5, and then we moved into Macrofelt. So for the first little bit, I went to a wee tiny primary school called Brackalaslay Primary School up the mountain, which was so tiny. There was only 7 people in my class, and we had the biggest
Say
class
including
in
the teacher.
That was all year groups too.
No, but that was the biggest class in the school. So like
Seven.
other classes had like 2 or 4. So that school eventually closed. So then I moved to the Loop Primary School when I was in P4 because I had cousins there. So
Good years
yeah, grand.
that you can remember.
Grand, aye, it was grand. Don't have any major.
Did you always enjoy school? Yeah.
No, I didn't love school. Like I went to the Rainy. So
You didn't enjoy it then?
No, do you know what? I didn't absolutely hate it, but I definitely didn't love school. You know, people who are like, "Oh, your school day is the best days of your life."
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like, I definitely
Yeah.
don't get. I have vivid memories of like, you know, the English classrooms in the Rainy. They look out onto McSwiggins. I remember like sitting watching people just going in and out of the shop, being like, I can't wait to be at a time in my life when I can just go to the shop when I want and not be in this school, like, and not be in a classroom. So I don't know that if it was the Rainy or if it was me, but I just hated the restriction of
Yeah.
school.
I thought you were talking about the off license there for sports. I was like,
That was extra vision.
Extra vision there,
That was extra vision then.
Fucking dying for a drink. that was maybe me.
Down for a videotape. Fuck, I forgot to
Those
leave
were the days.
Forgot to leave the videotape.
Ah, shit.
I still have
win
videos.
that.
I still have videos from Extra Vision.
Do you? What was the other one in Marfell?
Video City.
Video
City.
City.
Used to be able to get
It was
like
blue.
30 DVDs for £5 out on every Saturday.
Really?
No. It might as well have been.
Yeah.
It might as well have been. I mind they used to give me 18 films, like age certificate 18 when I was about 12, 13.
Really?
Like, aye.
Go.
Are you the fish boy? I give him one of those.
You hear those boys catching fish on net? That's the fish boy. No, I don't know why.
But they were a bit more slack back in the day, weren't they?
Aye, they were. They were recommending them to me.
I remember like Grand Theft Auto. I played all of them, like from no age.
GTA
And like if you
3,
if you
it
think
was-
about those
or no,
games.
too, like when you just had a bird's eye view of them.
Oh yeah, it was so good.
Run around just shooting people with
Yeah.
a pistol.
Used to
You
run
drove-
over all the Elvises.
Yeah, that's right. They said Elvis,
Elvis has left the building. Yeah.
Great times.
Nostalgia. Right, we're taking over here.
Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. That's fine.
High school, yes. Any subjects that you enjoyed?
Okay, I did love drama, simply because
Brackets drama.
Nailed it. Nailed it, John.
there were no tables in the drama room. There was no tables or chairs. It was just like a.
Very freeing.
It was just a space that you could just go into and sit in like a wee box, and that was good. I liked that. I felt
Everybody in your year hated you. Like.
Absolutely, Michael.
Wee weird girl.
Yep. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
is there not normally a click?
No,
Ah, is there not like
no,
a
I was
second?
just a little loner by my. No, I wasn't a loner, but I did have like my little pals, but we were certainly by no means the cool kids. No, that was not me.
Never worry
We
about
think
No.
you're cool now.
Thanks,
Never worry
thanks,
about them
Michael.
cool kids.
Yeah, that's it.
Right. Were you sporty or academic?
Neither.
Neither.
Yeah. Nope and nope.
What subjects do you feel were your strongest in?
I liked drama. I liked art. I liked music, and business studies. They
Very
were
artsy.
That's a good mix.
yeah, they were my
They
faves.
work well for what you do.
I mean,
I was
yeah,
about to say,
yeah.
sounds like that's what you do now.
Yeah.
Very good. What happened after the Rainy? What was next for you?
I applied to Queen's to do drama, got the place, and went to Queen's and was like, no, this is not for me. I didn't actually start the course. So I went sort of we sidestep and did the Higher National Diploma in Performing Arts at Belfast Met. Did that for 2 years. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Still use to this day stuff that I learnt at Belfast Met.
The more practical.
So practical, like workshop facilitation. Like one of my teachers was Aidan Brown, who's a newsreader. Like just
It's cool.
a nice way to like learn about working in the industry here, if that's the way you wanted to go. And I didn't really know. Like I always knew I wanted to do something kind of artsy, but I didn't know what that was. And when I was in upper sixth, I did my diploma in teaching speech and drama, so I was teaching kids speech and drama while I was at uni, and I knew I didn't want to be a teacher off the back of that, so I was just kind of figuring it out. And then I bounced from the second, that was a 2-year course, and then I went into the 3rd year of the degree in drama at Queen's, because it was like a 1-year deal, and you came out with the higher national and the degree. So I felt it would be silly not to, but I'm so glad, like if it had been any more than a year at Queen's, I wouldn't have survived it.
What was the difference between the courses then?
I just it was just like write an essay about a play. I was like, can we not just do the play? do you know what I mean? Do you know that kind
You
of
hear
thing?
that a
Like,
lot about Queens. It's just
God, it
everything
was
seems to be
so,
so
like,
theory based.
It was so theory based, and people who were just like kind of weird for the sake of being weird. Do you know, like I'm not sure that they were making choices because they really felt that's who they were. It was just kind of like, I don't know. Maybe that's unfair of me to say, but I just didn't feel like it
Genuine.
was the place for me. Yeah, but we did have.
Wear DMs and
They would have
Tattoos.
moustaches
Tattoos
just
and
to
stuff.
annoy people. They were those kind of people.
Queens do sort of look down on like.
Yeah, and here I was coming from tech, and then into the final year, there was a module called Independent Projects, and that was where you got a chance to direct a piece, and you had to pitch it to your year group, like, please pick my project kind of thing. So I pitched like a site specific. My mum at the time was working for a building contractor who was about to redevelop this mansion in East Belfast, and I was like, Mum, can I have it to do a play before they knock it down? And she was like, aye, that's grand, work away. So I pitched it and it got picked, and that was my first kind of experience of site-specific theatre, and I really loved it. It was like the audience arrived at the theatre and they didn't know what was going to happen, and then this like undertaker met them and was like, this way please, and put them all on a bus and drove them to the attic of this house, and that's where the play was. And they didn't know, like they didn't know before they got there that that's what was going to happen. And then it was a really dark play, and then we were just like, okay, bye. And then they had to like walk through the house on their way out, and I had like an actor in the bath, and she was like having a bath, and somebody was like, you know, watching TV, and it was like, I don't know, kind of sinister experience that this normal life was happening, and they had witnessed something quite like horrific in the attic. So that was my favourite part of Queen's, and if it hadn't been for independent projects, I probably wouldn't have
Your
survived.
favourite part was the thing that you did.
Yeah, that was not.
Thanks,
yeah,
Thanks, Queens.
yeah, kind of the bit that was nothing to do with
Yeah,
actual Queen's.
thank God you got picked for it.
I know. I don't know how I would have like done it. And as well as that, like when I got picked to be the director, I got to choose the producer, and then I got to pick like the stage manager, and I got to cast it. So I was able to pick all my Belfast Met people that came with me, and some Queen's people. But it just meant we had a purpose too, which was good, because the Queen's ones wouldn't have probably picked us. Maybe they would have, but I don't know that they would have. So that was Queen's, and then I was really glad it was over. I got the degree, so.
That's cool though. That's something cool to have.
Yeah.
And it's so funny how it comes back to like
I
what
know.
you're doing now.
And here I am.
Basically what
I
you're doing
know.
now.
I know.
Reading sinister stories in attics.
I know. Yeah.
It's so coincidental that you almost think you made that up. Like,
I know.
story. I know you didn't. I'm not accusing you.
You actually said she made that up.
No,
but
real life.
it's so.
I know, it's so full
It's
circle.
so aligned with what he does.
I know.
And is there anybody who could vouch for that story?
Did it happen? It was
They're all dead.
It was called the Doll.
They're all dead.
I'm sure there's a poster somewhere of a like dead looking doll. That was the poster.
I was
It'll never be
just
found.
about on the brink of calling bullshit a John story.
Oh, the fish story.
Well,
That's
yes.
definitely like.
I
Your
know.
man's dad,
Did
I
you
could
not know
fucking
that
vouch
story,
for.
Michael? Did I not tell you that before?
No, you actually didn't.
I
That's
thought in
cool.
the interviews
That
that
is
would have been the first thing you would have.
No.
I've already done this.
What interview?
Interview.
Oh.
I interviewed them.
Nice.
So what happened after that? What was next?
Then I got the travel bug. So in the summer between Belfast Met and final year Queen's, I had befriended a girl who had worked a season. Remember that?
Oh yes.
a season in Salou. So I went to Salou on holiday on a mission that I was not coming home, that I wanted to work there for the season. So my friend knew the owner of this entertainment company, so I tracked him down. And when I think back now, I'm like, what was I like? Who was that? And I went up to him and I was like, hi, you don't know me, but I know you and you're going to hire me. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I think you should hire me. I should work for you. And he was like, doing what? And I was like, I can be an entertainer. And he's like, come back at 4:00 for an audition. Yeah. So I did. And he just handed me a microphone and was like, bring on this cabaret act. And I did. And he was like, okay, you start next week. So that was that.
How long were you there?
Yeah. So I did that season, then I had to come home and do Queen's.
The season's 6 months?
It was like maybe 3 months or something like that. It was because it was halfway through the season when I went out. And I came back, did Queen's, and then went back for another season. And then that started off a whole, like, just lots of different things overseas for maybe about 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
Travelling around, or...?
Yeah, travelling and working. So I did, like... I did Salou for a couple of seasons. I did Magaluf for a couple of seasons. I did a bit of holiday repping.
Party.
Yeah. It was good fun. I joined, like, a circus type outfit in Egypt. And,
Lethal. So it's class.
Yeah, that was...
This is all lace.
What was your role there?
My role there was a failed fire breather and a really terrible stilt walker who realised they were afraid of heights, but it was good fun.
Wow.
Yeah, so did that for a bit, and then I worked...
Did you leave out of your accord?
How do you feel fire breathing? Like,
I'm
that's
so glad you asked that. How do you feel
I mean, if the paraffin goes the wrong way, you're in trouble.
Exactly, you're dead.
You're in trouble. No, you're not, but your stomach's in bits for days. So, yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, so I did that. It was good. Like, it was really good fun, just finding different contacts in different places and turning up in random countries hoping for the best. Like, when I think back now, or if one of my kids said to me they wanted to do it, I would have to let them, but I would worry because I found myself in sketchy situations, but they look like nothing actually dangerous.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I worked for them out. So yeah. And
did you do any winter, like, skiing?
Yeah, no, I was on the cruise ships for winter, so that was
nice.
Disney. That's when I did Disney.
Oh, class.
Mm-hmm. So,
What did you do in Disney?
I was a performer, but not. I was like an interactive host. So
You weren't any of the
You dressed up
costumes?
as like Minnie Mouse?
no, so I would have like. With the mice, we would have had like interactive shows. So like I would have been their person that was with them. So they'd be like, "Oh boy," and I'd be like, "Hey Minnie, what's happening today?"
Yes,
you know, like
yes,
that
yes.
kind of thing.
You have to
or-
sober Minnie up and Mickey
Yeah,
up.
that's it. They are on a recording. So like they're gonna talk and they're saying their line, whatever happens. It's actually really stressful.
Oh, so you have to make the time?
Yes, like you have to keep your timing because they're on a track.
Oh, they're not
So-
speaking.
No, that's a track.
That's way harder for you.
Yeah.
How do you line that up? Was that a stage thing?
Yeah,
or?
it's like so it was on like that particular show was on the Walt Disney stage and they would come on and they'd be like, "Hey, we're doing we've had such a great cruise, this is what we've done, this
Yes.
and then I would have like my bit to say and then there would be like a video and then I would have to talk again and then the mice would talk and if I messed it up
Did
mouse
you ever mess it up?
no, but
Cut it tight?
probably like very nearly a few times or would drop lines here and there but yeah that was very stressful. I didn't
That's
like
like
it.
Girls Aloud when they used to do the lip syncing.
But like this, I realised I didn't want to be an actor. Like I realised that was not for me. I liked the interactive stuff. Like I was a chef in like the Ratatouille kitchen, and the kids would all come in and make
I'd
cookies.
never believe it.
Oh, so
No
Yeah,
air fryer.
yeah. Or like a flubberologist. Like I would make flubber. The kids would come in and we would all make a wee flubber. Or me and Stitch would do like an adventure program around the
So
ship.
you were like a real life character.
Yeah.
In among like little sets and
yes,
stuff.
yes.
Is this on a Disney cruise?
Yeah, on so I worked on the Wonder, Disney Wonder. So that it's
You would be like a modern day Dora, but a real life Dora.
pretty
on a
much.
cruise
Like
ship.
yeah, that was it. Like it was great fun, but you work so hard on a
That's what I was
cruise
going to say.
ship.
How many of those like Mickey shows would you do a day? Like,
Oh,
or
you would do 8 shows a day. Yeah.
how long are the shows?
Well, they could be anything from 20 minutes to 45.
You'd be strangling the flubber by the end of the day.
Yeah. So yeah, it's tough going. You work every day. Contract's like 4.5 months. You don't get a day off. So you're on the whole time.
7 days a week.
Yeah. For
Do you get paid well?
I mean, it depends what you do. When you're working
If you're a flubberologist.
when you're working for Disney, if you're in an entertainment role, you get more money. So it was grand. Like, and you can't spend that much money when you're working.
So you're saving all the time.
And you don't get taxed because you're on international water and that sort of stuff. So you do come home with money, but you work really hard for it. But you also get to see great places. So you're waking it up somewhere different every day. So
But you don't really get to see them.
I was lucky again because when the guests weren't on the ship, there was no need for a show. So on our sea days, I would be working the whole time. And then when we were in port, you would work less because the guests were off doing excursions or on the beach or whatnot. So that would give me, you'd have that choice then. It's like, I'm so tired and I need to sleep, but I have 4 hours in Hawaii. Like,
yeah, I need to see
Yeah,
like,
that balance.
Yeah, it's the balance. And you always chose wherever you were. You know, you always chose.
We had a guest, one of our first guests actually, a fella, Dannie Cushly.
Yeah, he did the cruises.
He's from Balinese, just outside Balahi. He did the cruises. He was a poker player, or not a poker player.
A blackjack dealer.
Dealer. He's a dealer.
There's no casinos on Disney ships.
I wasn't a Disney. He was on.
Yeah.
He was on like just the normal sort of ones.
Yeah.
And he was telling all these stories like it sounded class.
It's
But he was
mad.
kind of saying about how there was a different status to him and other workers on the
Very much
on the
so.
cruise of what they could do and their money and everything.
Very
like,
much
he
so.
travelled around for maybe 10 years.
Yeah,
And he says it was amazing. It was amazing, like, but also it was hard work. Like.
Yeah, it's a great, like, and again, I had, like, they were called privileges, so I would have had, like, deck privileges, and we could have had our dinner in the restaurants or, you know, sunbathed on a day off or whatnot.
Different class.
But
different
then,
class.
There's ones that couldn't do that.
but, like, the laundry weren't allowed.
They weren't allowed to be
Out.
weren't allowed to be seen.
No sunlight, no.
Like, they weren't allowed on deck at all.
No sunlight. They're allowed
Like,
sunlight, Fergal.
But they're not allowed on deck. How are they going to get?
I will get sunlight somewhere.
They
like
were, like, white. They were all Chinese, and they wore white shorts.
Where were they from? They were going on nationality.
Yeah, and they weren't even, like, it was awful. Like, and our bunks, like, were very small, but at least there was only 2 of us, and there could have been 10 in there. It's like, it's just very different way of doing things. Like, not cool.
Good job, Mickey.
Not cool. Not
Thanks,
cool.
Mickey.
Yeah. Maybe it's
Oh,
changed.
boy.
That was a while ago. Maybe the bigger ships are different now.
right.
But,
what a magical time.
Yeah, but it
Would
was
you
an
take your kids on a
experience.
Disney cruise now?
I would because
Would you take them down to see the cleaners?
yeah,
It's like the worst version of Titanic ever. Like.
The walkway is called the I-95. Like, you just walk, like, that's underneath, and you just walk down there and you can see, like, everybody that's from all over the place. And then the crew bars at the end, and that was great fun. Everyone could go there. So
Nice.
that
Well, at
was
least
good.
they
So
got-
nice.
At least they're allowed to drink.
And the gin was $1, I think, from memory, so it was good. Yeah, it was,
Thanks, Mickey.
yeah.
So it reminds you of the Irish on the Titanic. You were saying?
Absolutely that. Absolutely.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't know that, thankfully.
No, I know they didn't die. I'm just, you know, when she mentioned that scene there where you seen everybody on the different decks, it reminded me
know.
of the film on the Titanic.
I know.
Jude, you stay out of it, right?
I've been fed. I'm my own.
Turn that headset off so you can't
Dermot
hear me
Kennedy
anymore.
and Mickey Mouse are going to be after me.
Here, that doesn't scary now, I'll tell you that.
I know. Yeah.
Very good. What was next? Well, what actually brought you home? What brought you home
Why
from
did I
traveling the
come
world?
home? Do you know, I think after a while, you get tired of not having a place to put your stuff and like living out of a suitcase and like, I miss my mum and dad and just that sort. I think like I was dying to get away, but then I was like, okay, cool. I've done what I needed to do now. I'm good to come back, and I just kind of did feel like a natural progression that I was like ready to have a wardrobe.
What was your last location or station?
Egypt. I was teaching. I went back to Egypt twice. Second time I didn't do the circus thing. I was teaching
Probably best.
best for all concerned. Teaching drama for a company out there in Egypt. I think that was the last thing that I did. And then I came home, and while I was based here, I was obsessed still with traveling, but like more on like holidays. So I spent a lot of time like just living for the next holiday,
Saving
up and just going and as much as I could. I just loved it. I got the bug.
So where's the best place you've ever been
Alaska.
Alaska?
I loved it.
Deadly.
I loved Alaska.
What
It's
about
like
it?
a storybook. Do you know, like, the wee shops and all, wooden
Aye,
fronted
aye.
shops, and you go in and obviously as well we're in a port, so it's not really the true,
Yep.
you don't see the true place where you are, but everything was just so lovely, like there, and you could go in and pick your chocolates, and like I would get, like, hop off the boat with my wee backpack on and go to like whatever the shops was and get like bits and pieces to take back on and pick some chocolates and have a wee hot chocolate and be like, oh, is this real life? Like, it was just lovely. I really loved Alaska.
Yes.
It was really nice. My first contract was LA to Mexico every week, so that got kind of dull because like it's the same
Keep saying
port every week. My second contract was really great. Like, we transitioned from Mexico up, like, on up to Alaska and Seattle, and no, was it Seattle? I can't remember. Anyway, on up the coast, and then we did over to Hawaii and back and Canada, and it was lovely. Like, there was lots. That's why I went back the second time, because the itinerary was so good. And then I was like halfway through the contract and really tired, and was like, see you later, guys, I'm out of here.
Would you take a good bit of time off? You know, say you're on 4.5 months contract?
Yeah, then you get like,
Would you take like a month off?
yeah, you get like 6 or 8 weeks. You have to wait for a line to come up. That's, everyone's on like a line,
Right.
so you have to wait then for the next break but it's usually 6 to 8 weeks in between contracts. But I only did 1.5 really.
Do you have enough money to keep you between 6 and 8 weeks?
Yeah, but I was coming home to mommy and daddy's, so like it's not as if I had any real bills or responsibilities at that time. Probably if you're supporting a family, it wouldn't be
Yeah.
the way to go, but. At the
Or,
time, it
or
was
a
good
great
crack.
career to be sort
Nah, and people do it. Like,
Yeah.
people do it, but it wouldn't have been for me.
What was next then? You came home?
Yeah, I came home and obviously I'd taken a break from, I had been teaching speech and drama like since I was very young till I went away, and I didn't really know what to do, if I wanted to teach again or if I didn't, and I like had a go at having a real job like in an office and that kind of stuff, and it wasn't really for me. And then I started teaching, and then I built up connections with other organisations and started facilitating and doing primarily drama for rehabilitation for people with acquired brain injury, and went down that route of like specialising into like performing arts for adults with learning difficulties, and
Where's that based?
that's it. I worked a lot with a charity called Brain Injury Matters in Belfast. I was there for a long time, and then now I work for the Northern Trust, delivering programmes in Antrim and Killoween. So that's like a contract, like partnership working thing. So I'm the service delivery partner there, and also for the Orchardville Society. So I work with them and we do shows like twice a year.
Very good.
Yeah.
What sort of skills do you get into whenever you're teaching them there?
Do you do like warm-up exercises or anything?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the whole shebang. Okay, here. Do you know what? It's brilliant. It's nearly my favourite thing that I do. I absolutely love the work with adults with learning difficulties, because there is no filter and they just say what they mean, and you get what you see, and they're really good crack. But mostly, I'm working with people who maybe are non-verbal, and then 3 months in they might say your name, and like that's just magic. That's just magic. Or I have a service user who I've worked with for 6 years, and he actually couldn't even come into the building when I first met him, because of the sensory overload of like music and lights and all of that. And now he can like keep his place and do choreography, and that's just great.
Class.
Like, it's magic. It's really hard to like understand or imagine if you're not in it, but when you get to watch people like really grow and actually get something out of it, it's good. Like, it's good fun.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And then where does the jungle come into it?
Bobby. I have written for the jungle since 2016.
Written?
Yeah, so like
Yes.
the scripts and things like that, and I would have came in and give Jamie a hand like casting people and all that sort of stuff. And then Bobby just rang me a few times and was like, come on out, we chat to you. And yeah, he just made me an offer I couldn't really walk away from at a time. Like, it just, I mean, like in terms of the timing of my life and where I was at, and what he was proposing to do with Fright Night, and it just sounded like good crack, and here I am, and it is good crack. It is good crack, but it's mad. It is mad.
What whenever that came upon you, what was the job role? Like, what is the job
Yeah,
role?
what's it called?
Imagineer.
I'm the Imagineer.
Not even what it is. Not even the name.
The
The
Imagineer.
name of
That's
it.
my actual job title.
That's brilliant.
What do you do? What is your
Not
Very
a
little.
thing.
What's the job description?
I don't know.
Of
I'm
an
still waiting. I
Imagineer?
am still waiting on it. Like
Still waiting on the
I'm still
contract.
waiting on it. God, I don't know. What do I do, Michael?
take us through an average year?
Not a clue.
What's a normal year? Because
Well,
it's
if you-
seasonal, isn't it?
Defrost around September time, don't you?
Yeah. They wheel me out mid-August. Yeah, so I suppose if you go Fright Night to Fright Night, like I've started conversations for Fright Night next year. So I'm booking for next year and finding talent and trying to get Bobby to sign off on performers and thinking about concepts and narratives, things that I want to try and stories that I want to try and tell, but also like trying to tap into what Bobby's vision is for next year, so that I can align with that, because like Bobby is a visionary, like he has a lot of ideas, but he will have a lot of them 2 weeks before we open if I don't get him
As soon as
No.
possible.
Thinking about them.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm sort of doing in the background now. But at the moment, I'm recruiting elves. So I'm on about 200 of 321 elf interviews this week. So I have to get those all through, and then I'll cast the elves, train them, and we'll start Christmas Wonderland. And then that's like the full month of December. We're consumed by Christmas Wonderland and delivering that, as well as the elves. And there's 2 stage shows, the big men up top and all of our street theatre characters. So I cast those, prep them and rehearse them, and then in January I take a month off, which is great, and I just do all the other stuff. And then from the summer time we do a little bit at Easter, stage shows, so I script those, cast those, rehearse those, and then we deliver those. We had family fun days this summer as well, so that's all happening. But then during all of that, I'm scripting for next year, or trying to figure out what we're going to change. Because for last year, what year is this? 24.
Yeah.
So 23 Woodland Trail was the first year that we had professional actors, and we told the story of Silas. And the basic premise there was he was sold by his family to the devil in exchange for grain, which they then brought back into the forest, and everyone turned really evil. So then this year we met Myra, his sister, who felt like she was the real evil in the bloodline, and we told her story. So now it's deciding, like, are we done with the Thorne family? Are we going to do a trilogy? Are we doing brand new people? Are we zooming out from this family and into another one? Are we forgetting families and moving away from storytelling? Do we want to lean into horror? Like, there's a lot that we need to decide on before we figure out what next year's going to look like.
Do you watch a lot of horror for
No,
research?
I hate it. Hate it.
Do you watch any of it for research?
No. Recently, I like The Village. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
I really like it because I think it lends itself to up there pretty well.
Visually.
Yeah, and what I think the forest might become.
Even the era and stuff that it's
Yeah,
sort of,
in time. But I hate horror. Like, I hate it so much.
The jumpiness of it.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate all of it. Like, and the boys just make my life a living hell. Like, they just annoy me so much. It's unbelievable because I scream at everything. Now, I'm so jumpy. I scream at everything, so they just spend their whole time, terrorizing me.
What's your favourite part of the creative process? Something like that.
We do a day where we bring the actors in before we open, and they'll have had the script for like a week or 2 weeks before, and they'll interpret it and play the characters. And like it sounds probably a bit silly, but like those characters have lived in my head for the best part of a year, and now people are
Trying to.
doing them
You're
in
seeing
real
it all
life.
come to life.
And I'm kind of I like people to have their own interpretation, so I don't overly direct on that day. I just like to see, and like this year we had 12 Myras and we had 12 Silases. So that's 12 leads who are very different, and their interpretations, I think that's great. Seeing people like bring a whole story to life and tell a story, and then see how it flows, and seeing the bits that don't work and need tweaked and all of that. And then we move them up into their sets in the afternoon, and we get to watch them like interacting in their environment and all that good stuff. It's like, that's great, but that's definitely the fluffy stuff. The reality is managing that is quite a challenge, and this year probably more than ever our cast has grown. We have 250 in the cast, and with the law of averages, with 250 people, there are things that are going to have to be managed, and that was a real challenge this year. Just keeping all those moving parts going. But I'm lucky because I have these ones.
The workers.
Few good boys.
They look at they look after each individual attraction. Yeah. So they keep me right, kind of, sort of, to a degree. Would you agree, Michael?
I'm still trying to work out
what I do.
What you do?
Yeah.
you have not answered the question, Ciara. What do you do here?
I drink a lot of coffee. That is what I do.
You're good at it.
I am good at it, and I bring buns. I bring buns as well.
Not as often as you used to.
Yeah, well,
Just
While you actually eat them.
It's out there.
Yeah.
Very good. I'm just so shocked that you're not into horror.
It's hilarious.
No, and the boys be like, if we're doing a walk around and I'm pitching the idea of like, okay, so maybe this could happen here, and they're like, oh, like in such and such a film, and I'm like, oh, right. No.
It's been done.
Somebody else thought of that.
It's
and
been
like,
done.
You should watch that film. And I'm like, oh shit. And like every single one of them,
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but then I do sometimes I'll watch like a character or a clip.
Or a scene.
Yeah, to see if it's like too close.
YouTube jump scare.
What is a jump scare?
Jump scare.
Yeah, that's me.
But the problem with horror is there's so much bad stuff out there. Like
That's it. People are so desensitized.
But it's like some of the storylines in horror films are awful, and then you'll get when you get a real good one, it's quite rare. But when it's good, it's
Bobby told me to
amazing.
watch. It was horrific. We watched it. Well, you didn't watch any of it actually, did you?
Oh yeah. Oh, I forget. 7? No.
No, it wasn't.
Seven's amazing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call Seven a horror. But
It is a
it's an
film.
amazing
Too,
film.
isn't
Like,
it?
I
yeah.
can't remember, but it was all about a load of inbred people through the desert.
Oh, Hills of Ice.
Hills of Ice.
That was
It's
it.
a fucking great movie.
I really enjoyed
But that's
it.
what
But
the
it's-
inbred is based on.
But it's like it is.
I know.
I don't know if you've seen it,
No, I
but it
haven't
is
watched it.
horrific.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it is properly horrific.
class.
You should watch it. Watch it with Matilda.
Okay, I'll do that. Yes, my 3-year-old.
Ciara, what? Your 3-year-old's called Matilda.
Yes.
We were really
She did actually name her child after the.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Very good. I was going to say there, like, if you had an opportunity, dream stage play, theatre production to do, what would be the genre, or what do you think the story would even be the foundation of? What would the foundational story be?
I
Great question.
love medleys. I like to cherry pick the best bits of all of them and put them all together. Like, so something like Magic of the Musicals, where you can pick like the big numbers and then weave them together. So like that's what I'm doing at the minute with there's a couple that I'm working on just now. So the cast basically find a map and they're like, oh, where are we off to? And they just stop off in all of the different musicals and do all the big show numbers. So I think maybe I would go with that if it was like a people pleaser, but if it was something for myself, I probably would go like a psychological. I mentioned your man Arto earlier, a more experimental, psychological, kind of very dark thriller type piece with lots of like physical
bit of
theatre.
mystery, or-
Yeah, physical theatre and mystery, just to push boundaries with audiences. Like, I'm quite fascinated why people come here. Why do people come here every year to be scared? Like, why? Because I would never do it. Like, I would not be here if I wasn't paid to be here.
Yeah.
This would not happen. Like,
Yeah, I'm the same actually.
Yeah,
I'm the
like-
exact same.
so why? Something is making
There's
me
something
people
about
tick.
that, yeah, there is.
So I would like to
like an
experiment.
adrenaline thing, isn't it? Kind of spikes the.
And there's people who come every year.
Yeah.
Like every single year. And they know what the premise was and they know the characters that they're going to meet and they know what happens. And that's good because that's really challenging for us that we have to level up year on year because
Yeah.
we do have repeat audience members. But maybe I would go with something like that.
What sort of venue do you think you would need for something like that? Would you want it to be in a venue, or would you want it to be expansive, like the jungle?
I don't hate theatres, but I think when you as an audience member walk into theatre and you sit down, you take your seat, you run the risk of going into like, I'm in the theatre now.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch a show. But I think if you're in an environment where you're not in that like false sense of security that you're here to watch a show, maybe you're a bit more on edge. You might get more from them. So I don't know, like a bus or something, or a train wreck, or like an old airplane. Wouldn't that, like, if you were in like a scrap
Sounds like
airplane?
you need to take over a town to do this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking to Bob.
By the town, I'd give you a town, like, to do something like this.
Do you know what I mean?
Steal the buses and
It's interesting. Like.
Yeah.
Well, I sometimes have those signs up, you know, the banners of the fake shops and stuff like that.
It's me.
It's you, yeah, you're doing that.
I'm in the back.
She's prepping her next
I'm
scene.
in the back shooting something. I wish. Yeah.
Sounds like there's two sides to you, Ciara.
Very much. Yeah. That
La
was the
la la
theme,
la
wasn't
la
it?
musical
That was the
side.
theme this year. Yeah, across the whole park this year was this underlying tone of bipolar. Like, quite again, the Dermot Kennedy thing. Fascinated by the light and the dark, and how like you need the evil to appreciate the light, and you need a little bit of light to shine on the evil, and also how we probably shouldn't be. I went back to school a few years ago and did psychology, so I suppose the psychotherapist in me is kind of
Trying to figure that out.
Yeah, like fascinated by all of that, because you do need to have both. Like, I think for a long time I was like, I just want to be a nice person and be surrounded by nice people, but you can't be like everybody has dark in there, and
So you have to become a monster before you
totally
can understand.
I just think there needs to be some lows in life before, like, for you to enjoy the high moments, you know.
Or there's a saying, like, when we were studying psychotherapy, it's like there isn't a person you couldn't love if you didn't know their full story, which I think is really interesting. Like the worst people, if you really knew.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I thought
You don't. Of course you don't, Michael. Is that why you're here?
Some people are just not.
But
Nice.
I'll give you. Here's a good example, and I'm not saying anybody in general, but if you heard a story about someone that you didn't know, and you heard that they did some bad thing, and you didn't really know them, but if you sat down with them and didn't know the story, you sat with them and you had to be with them for 2 weeks, and you got to know them, and you're like, this is a really nice person, you know, blah blah blah, and you heard a bad story about them the week after, you're learning what this person could be like if they were in the right situation and the right people in the right moment, and then you're inflicted by that bias.
True.
Sorry, Ciara.
No, I get you.
You know what I
get
mean?
you. Totally.
Sorry to wreck your guts there.
No, because I think it's a very interesting point. But I also do agree that there are just some people out there that you couldn't like.
Yeah.
You just couldn't like.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, I know rightly that I would be all set for this experiment. I would end up and there's like, right, you're going to spend 2 weeks with this person. And within 4 minutes, I'd be like, this is the biggest knobhead I've ever met.
Yeah.
Yes, but 4 days later, you're inviting them around your house because you're like, okay.
Everybody else needs to meet this knob.
I was right.
That's really like, you guys don't believe me, but this is it.
Why do you keep pointing at me?
No, that's not. Well, I'm not going to point Fergal like, you know.
Yeah.
Or maybe people are just that broken that they
That's it.
can't be fixed.
Getting
Maybe.
very deep now.
Yeah, I like you, Michael.
Unfixable.
Broken.
I don't think that.
Thank you.
I don't think that.
You're my second favourite podcast.
I think you're lovely. Is Keith your favourite podcast?
I think you meant Fergal.
Oh, Fergal. Sorry, Fergal.
That's so bad that he didn't even get that joke. He didn't even.
No, I did.
Connect to him.
I did. I added the layer to
He
it.
hosts nothing, so
I
he
said
does.
Keith.
The Fergal show.
Fergal show. I don't mind changing it to the Fergal show. Very good. Very good. What notes do I have here?
I'm not that interesting. Like, really?
I've been very entertained.
I have been.
What is it, like 4 a.m?
Feels like it. Feels like it.
I've been
Michael
very
wanted me
entertained.
to do this podcast after 3 Prosecco's, but I talked him out of that.
It
It would have been a different
You've
show.
never seen anybody change so much in 3 Prosecco's.
Really?
It's unbelievable.
And
Incredible.
there ends that story.
Will we break for a prosecco?
I was so adamant of it. I offered to leave her home tonight.
I
She
know.
was, no, I'm just going to
I
drive.
said, you know what? It's better for all concerned.
So what's next, Ciara? Like, you do this every year.
Yeah.
You've mentioned this maybe potential psychological town you're going to take over? Like,
Oh, you mentioned that. I'm
no,
not doing that.
you brought that upon us.
I don't really know.
Do you ever think about doing something like that? You know, outside the realm of Fright Night. Michael's like, you better not. I just
director abuse that.
I just mean,
No.
I just mean it could, like, is there something else you would ever do?
Not at the minute. There's nothing. I suppose, like, I have 2 babies like at home, so I'm kind of doing the mum thing right now too. So not right now, but I've also learned that, like, you never know.
Yeah.
Because whenever we did, like, Bobby and I did chat about this job, I was like, I am not scary. Like, I am not the person for this gig, and here I am. Like 3 Fright Nights in, and now I do kind of love it. Like, it is a good gig, and I do really enjoy it. I don't know. I'll see what happens next.
You do the Christmas stuff here too?
Yeah, we do. It's endurance.
And you help that as well?
Yes. Yeah, so, like, this
You like it then, Michael?
Michael loves Christmas. We actually renamed Michael Christmas just for December.
That's because he told me I needed to have a magical name.
I know.
All my else are like elf names.
Michael
so it has
Christmas.
to be something festive.
Sounds like an 80s pop star.
I went with Michael Christmas.
But
Michael Christmas.
I also told him that he had to dress festive, so he made me buy him a Christmas suit. So
So
nice.
I'll find a photo of it for you. I'll have my photo
When
of
are
it.
you wearing this?
For
the month
16 nights?
of December. Yeah.
16,
Yeah, 17.
It goes from here to the pub frequently.
Class.
Yeah. It is
Michael
great.
Christmas is at the pub.
It is great. But this weekend we're in rehearsal for our stage show, so our wee elf Bob Slay is our wee character down there, and he's
class.
got a pal called Holly Jolly, so I'm writing that at the minute. And then we have the princesses that come in.
Do you use the forest, or is it just all around this area?
Yes, we use up the top there where Michael would be hanging
Gloucester
out.
Forest, yeah.
Is very
What's it
magical.
called during the Christmas?
It's called Santa's Workshop.
Some change of events there.
Might be even scarier.
Claustrophobic.
Where
forest.
do you like to write? Do you write at home or do you write here? Or
It depends. Like,
you one of those people in the cafe, you know, if you're...
no, well, sometimes I come here.
Ah,
When
nice,
she's
yeah.
bored,
Yeah.
hey, what are you doing? Are you guys at work?
Yeah, sometimes I come here because it's quiet. Like, my house is not quiet.
Yeah.
At all. Like, but I do like to write on the sofa. Like, at night, I'm just sitting there.
While something is on, kind
maybe if something's on, yeah.
Behind the
Or
slab tonight.
yeah, I know, which we need to go and watch.
I'm going to keep asking questions here. 'cause I
Do
don't-
you watch it, John?
I don't want you to see it. No, it's a pile of shite. Like, it's not.
I actually think it'll be good this year.
Pile of
really is.
shite.
I think
really is
they've
I
got
think
good
it's absolute
people.
garbage. to
You
be
know,
honest with you.
speaking of trash TV, I
Garbage
recently
TV.
started watching something, you know, Married at First Sight.
Oh,
UK.
yeah.
Have you
Garbage.
seen the
I
UK
know
one?
Savannah.
Garbage.
Not well.
Clean
No
out the
way.
system.
Not well, but my friend, my uni friend,
From Queens?
no,
You just
Belfast
pissed?
met,
okay.
Pat.
That's the...
was
the-
really good friends with Sabrina,
The
who
Belfast
is
one?
who's from Belfast.
Right.
Yeah, so the year we were at Oxygen, Sabrina was there.
No way.
Swear.
I met her.
Yeah.
Married at First Sight, that one.
Yeah, yeah.
That's nuts. Like,
It's trash, but it's
But
so
it's so
good.
addictive. Oh,
So good.
trash
Yeah.
TV.
You should watch it.
Yes. We got someone else.
It's awful.
Did you
awful.
not like it?
You were watching I'm a Celebrity.
Michael, it's good.
Aye, but that's funny. It is
come
people
on.
getting tortured.
John, why do you
Married
not
at
like
First Sight's
it?
No, but this is torture too, in a
just
completely
feels
different
trash,
type of
though.
way.
It's a
No, it's
pile
not.
of
It just.
dung.
Did you
I feel like-
Did you watch the original Big Brother?
Oh, years ago, yeah.
I loved it.
I loved it back in the day.
Tyrone Tom, do you remember? There was a guy from like
Loved it back in
Omar
the
or
day.
something.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
know what?
right.
Do you know what is I don't like? What was I watching? I wasn't trying to watch it. It was Love Island, and I realized in it what the thing is I don't like, and it's a psychological thing actually. So everybody's sitting. We're all sitting here in the Love Island, cafe, whatever now.
Got a text.
I got a text.
Yeah.
Kira, you've got to slap Michael. Jude, you've got to jump off the roof. It's just like,
I know.
no.
Manipulating.
Why are you manipulating people? Like,
But then
I know that
would love
sounds
to be-
really.
I'm not going to do that.
No, don't be doing that. But what I mean is, like, I just
jump
found
off
it really weird. I found it so
I'm
strange.
going to have a wee cup of tea because I want to.
I think it's creepy. Like, I think it's a
Strong
creepy show.
independent.
I
Love
would do
Island's a
Big
creepy
Brother.
show.
Like, I would do Big Brother if it wasn't on TV. Like, if it wasn't that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, the social
It makes makes sense.
Let's just go to the hospital.
Cold, yeah.
No, if
That's
it
just
was
going to jail. That's going
hear
to
me
prison.
out. Hear me out. I would do the social experiment side of things.
That's
So,
the
like-
way it was pitched at
like,
the start,
yeah,
wasn't
to
it?
see how I would fare in an environment that I couldn't leave with
Yeah.
randomers. But the whole it's ridiculous now. But back in the day, I would have done it.
I think I would be
don't
great
know.
at it.
I don't know how.
You would have been alright with that. You
think
were
I'd
in
be
cruise
good at
ships
first.
for
Jake, so
whatever.
no,
But you can
I
leave.
think people
No, because
leave.
no,
basically
because all
what
it
you
would take is one person in there, and I'd hate it.
to annoy you.
Yeah, I would hate the whole thing.
No, you wouldn't.
I would, yeah.
I think you'd be good
Just
at it,
one.
Michael.
I think you'd be good at it.
What's this?
Yeah.
It'd
If
be
we
one
did Big
person
Brother.
sitting
You're
in
very
the corner.
likable
You should
person.
do that
There'd be
next.
one person in
Do
the
like
corner.
a Big Brother type.
I don't want to manipulate people. Like,
We won't manipulate people.
No, go back to the original.
great
Like,
fun.
Aye, it's an
go back
experiment.
to the original but I'll not be fucking calling you in the middle of the day and telling you to do
jump
stupid
off
shit. Like,
stuff.
No, but
So
fucking hate
you
that
literally, it's just going to be a non-aired Big Brother, which is a holiday.
Yes,
Where you don't
sounds
do
great.
anything.
Didn't you just say we should go to Cape Verde? Was that not you? Where did you say we should go?
I don't even know what that is.
No, where did he say? Where did he say all the attraction managers should go, Amy?
Cape Verde.
No, where was it?
Oh, the Maldives, wasn't it?
That's it.
Yes.
There we
Is
go.
Cape Verde there?
No. No,
You
sweetie.
should go to the Maldives.
No. I
No,
mean,
You say jobs.
This was actually,
we
this
can't
was
even
about,
organise a 12 pubs. We're not going to the
this
Maldives.
was about 4 hours before Fright Night started and shit was hitting the fan, and I was like, here.
I can't even
You
remember
know we
what
could
it
all
was.
just stage like a mass walkout.
And go to the Maldives.
Just go to Maldives,
Yeah.
like.
Who would that be for? Who would be? Who would,
Just us.
Yeah, it would
Just us. Just the attraction
No,
managers.
who would gain from the walkout though?
I
Just
don't know.
us.
I feel like
Just
you know
you.
you would need to wait until about sort of 7 or 8 days in, so you've maybe just about got enough money that you could say fuck off.
But like we all lose our mind at a different time
Yeah.
during Fright Night. Everybody
I know, you
gets
said-
a bit weird at a different point. Was it me that time? I was getting a bit weird that we were
I have
going to
no
the
idea.
Maldives.
I don't
can't
remember
remember.
Fright Night at all.
I can't. But we're all trauma bonded, like from the experience. So, I can't remember. I think
it
I
sort of
was-
reminds me of like final year uni, you know, the
Yeah.
last couple of days where you're
It's
freaking
mad,
out.
like you're doing
I know how
300 plus hours in a month.
Aye. I remember you saying like
Yeah.
I take up smoking just for the.
No, I don't do that anymore.
Oh, do you not?
That was back in the day.
Yeah.
No, it's a lot, like, isn't it? We see more of each other than we see of our families for
mental.
that month. But here we're still here.
Thank God it's over.
I know.
By the sounds of it.
Until next year.
Very good. Oh, you know what we should do next time? Just do a ghost town where there's nobody in it.
That would be great. I
one
would.
character,
I
the
would
invisible
love to manage
What you do
that.
is you audio record the stories and just hide sound boxes
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
and then just that's it. You just don't
yes.
need any staff, any crew.
Yes.
Press play.
Yes. We're in the
Everybody's out of a
Maldives
job.
remotely
Aye, Maldives.
pressing the button.
Michael, it's 8, and he just goes over it.
Yes, please.
All the haunted houses just
Yes,
come alive.
Let's do that. That
Right.
sounds great.
Fuck, I don't know if it saved you money or cost you money there.
Patent pending.
Probably cost you. Anyway, thank you very much, Ciara.
You're
Thank you,
very
I
Ciara.
think
welcome.
we'll wrap it up there now.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
I learned a lot about you.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's. a
I
good
didn't
thing.
know all this. This
So,
is
well, I never listened to you that much. I'm sort of put in a situation where I'm actually being recorded watching you.
Yeah, and you have
Honestly, that's why I do this.
So that you listen
Because
to
you
people.
sit down and you actually listen to someone.
to. You have to be present.
You have to be present. I haven't took my phone out once.
Fergal, I think
Oh,
I don't even know
yeah.
where mine is.
Yeah.
me and Fergal's attention spans are really bad. So
Terrible.
We're basically sitting people down so we actually listen to them.
Forced
I'm
conversation.
completely serious.
Honestly.
I
Forced
do.
conversation.
And you slightly get
And you
better.
don't want to manipulate people. You don't want to do Big Brother.
Oh,
John, closeted vegetarian who doesn't want to direct
Ciara,
Big
eat meat.
Brother.
Ciara, eat meat.
You talked about pig's heads
manipulating
and
anything.
hyena's heads and all. You said in the middle of that, I found out the other day she's a vegetarian.
I
thought,
know.
This would be
There
fun.
you go. There you
Guess what they
go.
make out of goat's heads.
But then there's a thing about me, and I don't like food and stuff. So it was for me as well. Like it's for me as well.
He's away home for a KFC fucking on the bone bucket.
That actually is my nightmare. Like, especially the Marfelt one.
Oh, the
You'd be
McDonald's.
so good at it as a lad.
I would hit
I
I'm a
think so. I
celebrity.
think
McDonald's
McDonald's
opens
opens
today.
today.
Does it? We were discussing it the
Fuck
other day.
McDonald's.
We
I
reckoned
think
wasn't
it
far.
does.
Keep McDonald's away from Marfelt. Keep
You're not
McDonald's.
going to eat after
It's
what
a
we
wee
did.
bit.
We
It's a
just
wee bit
did.
too late now,
I was sick
John.
last
Keep
week.
McDonald's.
I'm half off. I'm ready.
10 years ago when it was first announced, I should have started protesting. Keep it away, Marfelt.
Were you
St John's
protesting?
Hall was the place for the McDonald's.
Aye, it would have been a better spot. You're
That's where
right.
it should have gone to.
You're right.
Traffic's fucked there now.
Oh, completely.
Right, we're on the traffic. We're wrapping this up. Right. Thank you.
It's over.
Thank you so much, Ciara, for coming
You're
on.
very welcome.
Thank you.
Really
Ciara.
appreciate your time. Michael, thank you for showing up also.
Yes,
Michael's
Michael.
actually only
Thanks, Michael.
invited because he had the keys to the place, so thank you for letting us in. Thank you for staying. We had a spare mic. I know this isn't a social experiment. This is just a podcast.
Yeah.
These are here by your own free will.
What's next,
Free will.
John?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Your
did
social
get a
experiment.
free mug in the one with Keith and Alex, but
Did you?
Oh yeah, where's my mug?
did actually.
Did they give out mugs?
Yeah, they
Lethal, we're getting one next week.
One between two or one each?
Not a
Oh,
fire
we
ring.
better
We're
get
on
one
next
each.
week.
Oh, I wonder
You
will
know
you get
what?
one each?
You might get one sooner than
You
that,
dare.
John.
You'll not get one of our new hats.
No, you might get
You'll
one
not get
sooner
one of
than
our
that.
new hats.
You might be getting one.
Are you trying to
You
promote?
give me a cup. Oh, give me one I'll walk in with.
Oh,
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah. Because you put it on the email you sent me.
Oh, aye. Anyway, thank you. I don't know what's going on either. Thank you so much, all our listeners and watchers, and Amy over there and Jude.
Thanks,
Thank you very much for coming down. Shout out to Local Chef. We had Local Chef a few months ago now. We're in the middle of some post-production. It's basically going to be Master Chef with a podcast in the middle of it on steroids for adults. It's basically what it is. What?
Biggest master chefs for kids.
No, but it's very coarse and it's very rude and
R-rated.
it's R-rated. You know what it's going to be like? It feels like The Office. You know, like an episode of The Office.
Love it.
But we didn't mean it to be. But it's
Just because we didn't have enough, we had Jude
it's
to
that
film it.
it's that kind of crazy. Like that's what
Love
it turned
it.
out. Like people are
Which
going to
Office,
be people aren't
though?
going to be the American.
Good.
The
I
American.
would have said UK.
Yeah, I love the UK to be fair.
No, I love the American one.
Anyway, we'll finish it up there. But I mentioned Local Chef because Michael was on Local Chef. We'll not mention how you get on. We're still keeping that a surprise. Michael's signature dish was a sous vide lamb rump with a barbecue lamb kofta and a hot honey glaze and sweet and spicy aubergine puree served with chili buttered flatbread. And then he said,
Poor wee lamb.
if he runs out of time, he'll do an aubergine puree and a breadstick. What did it end up being?
Well, I had the breadstick there.
You had the breadstick there. You changed the puree, did you?
I also forgot the aubergine, but remember I brought a butternut squash instead.
You had the butternut squash instead.
It's nicer.
I really was soring myself that day, wasn't I?
You were. You were yourself.
That's a lot to fucking cook, and you got on well.
Once
But
we
look-
release that, we must get you back on the podcast to talk over. Once everyone sees it, just to discuss.
What happened? We'll discuss what happened. We'll play. We'll do a wee quick clip, and we can watch it, and you can come on.
Aye,
Here, you can come on.
Come to it. I'll make it again for you properly this time.
aye.
Yeah. Not that it wasn't
Stop
proper.
feeding these bastards. Stop feeding these
Yous were meant to
dare
come.
you?
Yous were meant to come for dinner. Yous were meant to come round to my house for dinner
That's right.
one time.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
Can we do one there, Jude?
Yous are welcome anytime.
Can you take a picture of your living room and kitchen, and Jude will sort out the setup?
It's going to be like Gogglebox next time.
Oh, lethal!
Brilliant.
We can stick on the TV, you know.
Can
What
we
do you
watch
think of that
Chef
show?
Showdown?
I like Gogglebox.
Gogglebox is a load of shit. Don't even start. People, you're watching people watch TV.
You're so
Turn the
triggered.
camera
Why do the
off. Turn the camera off. We have to stop.
Pick up a fucking book, people like. Watching people watch TV, and then you're watching people in the house like Big Brother. Fuck me. Anyway, thank you. Anyway, we're just mentioning Local Chef. Fantastic. It'll be out in early New Year. We're really looking forward to it. Shout out, actually, we had a bereavement in the community recently. John Murray, the barber. Just want to shout out to him, very well known barber. Also, our Make Marfelt Great Again hats are on pre-sale very soon. We're getting the prototypes in the next week or so. We might actually be wearing them in the next podcast. So in the one with Keith and Alex.
Oh, nice.
So hopefully we have that sorted. Fergal, do you have anything you want to shout out about at all?
Not not particularly.
No, he's just like, fuck my life.
What about yourself, John?
No, that's me, Jude. Fantastic. Thank you to our 3,500 listeners a month. Thanks for your patience in getting these episodes out. A bit slower. It means we have more time to release, and like the format we give there tonight was fantastic. So a wee bit more time to work that out. Thank you to everybody for coming along for the ride. We look forward to bringing on more amazing guests such as Ciara and Michael in the coming weeks and months. And if you've been enjoying our crack, please like and share and subscribe to our channels. And thank you to the venue, Lazy Llama, for sorting out all the food. Thank you to Ciara and Michael, the jungle, the splash. Everything we talked about tonight was good fun and good crack, and appreciate everybody coming along.
Yeah, the food was amazing.
The food was fantastic. It was very good. I hope he's got the munch at the start.
Yeah. Got to hear the smacking.
The first 45 minutes,
That's
I don't
what
think
you
you
want.
asked the question without something in your mouth.
That's what you want. And I enjoyed
I have
myself.
to say the ribs were the best ribs I think I've had.
Ribs are good. There was bone, but I enjoyed them.
Honourably pleased.
And the
Proud
corn.
of you.
A lot of it had bone, and I enjoyed it. I proved myself.
You weren't sure about
myself.
the corn with the oil bone in the corn?
It was hard to eat. It was hard to get. It was hard to eat while you're like. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate everybody's time, and we'll cue the Bodhran to finish it up. Ciara. Thank you very much.
Done.
Done.
Oh, thank you guys.
Well done.
Oh, my back.